Okay. Let us throw in. Where is it? Where is it? Capture color image text. There it is. There we go. That's done. That's way too big. All right. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. Just trying to make sure this looks okay. How do you... Ah, there it is. Center. And then let's go ahead and make this outline. Let's call it 40. Oh, 20 is the highest you can go. That's crazy. All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Start up a TikTok. Nick, update with Andrew Wilson. Yeah, he said he reached out to someone named Lisa already, so I'm just kind of waiting to see if she wants to reach out or not, but he told his brokers. Turn the volume up a little bit. Dude, I don't know what to do with y'all. I know it's not your fault, but I get some people saying it's too loud, some people saying it's not. Look, I'll work on it in a second. How about that? Does that sound fine? Just join super soft. Let me unplug and plug back in. Test, test, test.
Are you ready?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you ready?
For what?
Well, you brought me up. Are we going to talk?
Yeah, 1 second. All right, you guys. Is that better?
You sound just fine to me, but okay.
You sound good, baby.
No, I'm talking to the YouTube chat. They're the ones that are saying it's a little low. Still low. I'm on max volume. Huh. It's weird. Okay, if you're on YouTube, just try scrolling out and scrolling back in or something, because some of you are saying it's fine, but some of you are saying it's soft. So if it's not everyone, then my guess is it's I don't know. It's probably a individual thing. Anyways, Angry, go ahead. Hello?
What's up?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So no, the biggest problems in the country is actually MAGA and their anti-intellectual bullshit because MAGA does not understand basic science.
Okay, that's the biggest
especially when
problem.
it comes to evolution. Yeah, especially when it comes to evolution, they have zero understanding of academics when it comes to evolution. They cannot define the theory of evolution if they're not dependent on it.
Okay, define it for me.
The process of biological change, in which species accumulate differences from their ancestors as they adapt to different environments over time. Thus, we can account for the differences with the idea that certain
Wait, hold on
characteristics
one
of
sec. You're
different
mumbling really
species.
badly, so can you start your second half again? You're mumbling like really bad.
Okay, I'll start all over again. This
Just the
is the
second
process
half.
of biological change, in
Just the
which
second
species
half.
accumulate
Just the second
just
half. Just the second
we can
half.
account thus we can account for the differences with the idea
Okay,
that certain
angry,
characteristics of
angry. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but can you just start with the second half, or are you just like purposely
I
ignoring me?
did start and then you interrupted me.
I
I did.
said the second
I
half.
did, dumbass. I did, you
You
fucking
didn't.
dumbass.
You were at the very start
Fucking
again.
dumbass. So I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna start again. The process of biological change, in which species.
So the first half was wrong, which is what I was going to say. That actually is not correct, which is why I told him to start at the second half to see if the whole thing was going to be wrong.
Oh,
But
that was a doozy.
yeah. Anyways, the idea of somebody saying that they cannot define evolution while also kind of messing up the definition. That being said, I'm not particularly MAGA. I am a conservative, but I believe in evolution, so I don't really know what his point was. I don't know if he meant literally people that were like extremely pro-Trump. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are pro-Trump that believe in evolution. If he means conservatives in general, I believe in evolution. I'm a conservative, so I'm not really sure what your point was. But anyways, I don't know. I think you were just here for bad faith. You were just
Hey,
kind of like
Nick.
marbles in your mouth.
Nick, I'm
And
here finally,
holy
buddy.
shit. Anyways, you had like marbles in your mouth and you just like weren't slowing down, relaxing. It was hard to understand you. So just, I don't know. If you guys come up, just relax a little bit. Okay. Test, test, test. Once again, I'm seeing some people say that my mic is quiet. I really don't understand like how there's like 20% of you guys are saying it's quiet, but nobody else is. Yeah, Lion King, I wasn't scared. It's just you were just interrupting me, dude. I don't even know who you are, so how could I be scared of you if I don't even know who you are? It's just, you just immediately started interrupting me. Of course I'm going to drop you. Anyone, regardless of what you're talking about, any live host would be dropped. It's, Jesus Christ. I don't understand this idea, like, these weird people. I don't know if they just know that they can't beat me in a debate, so they just like troll because they know that's just gonna naturally get you kicked. Like, not just my live, any live, like anyone would, leftist, right wing, whether they're talking about dancing or pizza or pro pallies or whatever. Like, it's, of course it's going to, you're gonna get dropped. Just fucking relaxed. Anyways, move mic closer, dude. The mic's right here. Okay, like literally, it's. I'm not gonna move it closer. I don't really. I'm trying to figure out like why it's like this. It's only at the start of the live people say it, and I believe you guys. Obviously, I don't think you're lying. It's just weird that it's just some people. Let me read these super chats real quick, and then I'll try to figure out the mic. I just hate starting it because I know you guys want to get right into it, and then I have to start doing all this weird shit. Anyways, thank you for the super chat. Didn't know about you until I watched Nico video. New sub, brother. I will support you. Keep grinding. I appreciate that, ex-Voynich. And then second super chat by Michael Viola. Avila? Whatever. Hey, Nick, do you know the Muslim Ladern on YouTube? Would you ever have a debate discussion with him? It would be interesting. I don't know who that is, but sure, I'd have a discussion with anyone. It sounds great. The mic is fine. I know you guys are saying the mic's fine, but there's some people saying it's not fine, and I want everyone to have a good experience. All right, I'm going to unplug it from the computer and plug it back in. I don't know. Maybe that'll work. Test, test, test.
Now it's way too loud on TikTok.
Oh, now that's way too loud? Okay. Let's
TikTok it is.
try... Try that. Test, test, test. Perfect. Better. Okay, I'm seeing better in TikTok. And I'm just going to assume YouTube is fine. I've already seen some people saying it's fine. Too loud? You know what? Screw you. You know what? I'd rather be too loud than too quiet, because if it's too loud, you can just turn your volume down. But if it's too quiet, then there's nothing we can do about it. So just if it's too loud, deal with it. All right, perfect. We are moving forward. Let's go. Policy, go ahead.
Can I just understand the logic between why you're trying to take Lebanon over?
I'm trying to take
Like,
Lebanon over?
I understand the narrative. Like,
Wait, can you answer my question and like not ignore me like I'm just some kind of piece of shit? I am a human being. I just asked you a question.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Israel's trying to take Lebanon over.
Okay, where are you getting that from?
What do you mean, where am I getting that? You guys just moved. You just placed 700,000 people. You just bombed the beach in Beirut.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, can you relax a little bit? I know you and I don't agree, but okay, then just leave. There's no reason to have a discussion if you're not. I'd be more than glad to tell you, but if you're not here for a discussion, there's 7 people waiting right now. I'd rather just go to find someone that can calm down. I don't care if we don't agree. You're not here for a discussion. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to give you some insight, and then maybe that'll center you. If it doesn't, that's your last chance. I'm just going to drop you and move on to the next person. So I'm giving you one more shot. So just listen for a second, okay? You say you're up here to try to understand. Obviously, that's bullshit, because if you're trying to understand and you're asking someone for information, you don't immediately interrupt them or ignore their questions back at you. Be like if you go to your, I don't know, your professor or teacher or parent or whatever and ask them information and then immediately cut them off. You wouldn't do that, would you? So that tells me you're not here in good faith. You're not actually here to understand. Or you are here to understand, and I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and you're just emotional. And so I'm telling you right now, check your fucking emotions, okay? I'm not your fucking therapist. I don't even like you. I don't know you. But we don't have to like or know each other to have a conversation. Is that fair, or do I need to just move on to the next person?
Go ahead. Don't gaslight.
All right. Anyways, so back again, you said they're trying to take over Lebanon. I said, where are you getting that from? And then all you did was mention military action. Military action is not always done to take over a country. So I'm going to ask the question again, and I'm going to hope you answer it this time. Not asking about military action. I know military action is happening in Lebanon. Thank God. I'm asking, how do you know they're trying to take over the country?
Because all of you fucking Zionist Nazis are saying that.
Really? Did Benjamin Netanyahu say they're going to take over the country?
Okay.
Oh my God. All right, thank you. Moving on.
This is so bad.
Oh, shut up. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, you guys come up here. Again, we don't need to agree with each other. But you don't get to bring up a point and then ignore when I ask questions about your own point. That's not how that's going to work. When you say all you fucking Zionists, I'm about as Zionist as it gets. I don't think I've ever said that. That's pretty weird. But also, I'm just a guy on TikTok, so I assume you're talking about Ben-Gvir, Smotrich, Benjamin Netanyahu, Ben Shapiro? I don't know. Donald Trump, he's a Zionist. Like, who said this? You can't just say things as it's a gotcha. Like, oh, I'm just going to make this up. That's not going to work. Squig, go ahead.
Oh, hey, so I see on your little, like the text, it says 2 big problems for the world is leftism, and I'm assuming that is for Islam, the crescent.
You assumed right, because that's what that symbol literally means.
Could you explain that?
Yep, it's, which word? What?
Can you explain your claim?
Yeah, I think 2 big problems for the world are leftism, the ideology behind it, and Islam, and the ideology behind that.
Okay, what's the ideology of leftism that you're saying is a problem?
Yeah, I see leftism as being more of a direct threat, that Islam, which I find to be the bigger threat, but not necessarily direct as much, well, depending on the country, but let's say here in the United States, as necessarily direct, and it utilizes leftism to incorporate and start to push its ideology, specifically with open borders, lack of security control, virtue signaling, that's a big one, etc. So it's not so much, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do disagree with leftist policies, but it's more for what the cause and effect issue is.
Okay, so when leftists and liberals tried to pass the border funding bill to help fund border judges so that way they could actually process
I remember that.
immigrants, and
yeah, that's not really what the border funding bill did, though. That's not what they denounced it for. It was all the extra stuff that they try to put in. Trust me, Republicans are never going to. Do you actually believe Republicans are going to just push down anything that's solely for the border and nothing else? And by the way, I'm not even saying that Democrats are the only one to do this. Republicans, who are also I'm not very fond of, they try to do this too with a lot of bills. They try to sneak in little extra stuff, and then it gets denounced by the Democrats, and then Republicans are like, oh my God, they're denouncing this. And then the Democrat comes out and is like, actually, it's
they all
this.
do it.
Right. So I'm not trying to say that's a Democrat thing. I'm just saying that that's why it was denounced by some Republicans.
Okay, but that was an effort, that part of the bill was an effort by leftists to try to fix the border problem. So how do leftists want an open border?
Yeah, because under the past two Democrats, because Republicans in history have actually were pretty bad with the border, in my opinion, before I was born and when I was too young to really care about. But in the modern age, and by modern I just mean kind of like my lifetime, I guess, the Democrats have had effectively open borders. They have been pushing down border security. They've let in significant amount of illegal immigrants, especially the Biden administration.
Okay, so
I think it was 11 million illegals or gotaways, or maybe that's a combination. 11 million were in the United States under the Biden administration. That's 4 years.
Okay.
Thank you for the membership, Crito. Sorry.
I guess I'm not as well versed on that. The other thing I wanted to talk about there.
Well, what do you think about that? Assuming, I know you said you're not well versed, and I appreciate the honesty, but let's just pretend I'm telling you the truth, which I am. You can look it up after. What do you think about that 11 million coming into the country?
It would probably be easier to process them if we had better and more well-funded border judges.
When did they get those well-funded border judges? Because the illegal immigration and gotaways have gone down 95 to 99% under Trump. So when did that happen?
I guess, how did they get here? What's the percentage?
Well, hold on. Wait, before we get that, you made a claim. You said, oh, it's not Biden's fault. It's the Republicans' fault for pushing away that bill because it would have given us more judges and therefore they would have been processed and we wouldn't have had 11 million. That's exactly what you just implied right now. And so
You're putting words in my mouth.
Okay, so when I said, okay, I'll give you a chance to explain because that's exactly what you implied, but maybe I'm wrong. When I said right now, what do you think about that 11 million? And you responded with, well, it probably wouldn't have happened if they had more border judges. What did you mean by that?
It wouldn't have been to that extent. You're never going to 100%.
So you did say that.
11 million.
But I never said 100%. When you wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. I never said. Hold on, wait. I never said 100%. I never said stop. You said I put words in your mouth. When did I ever say you said 100%? I never used that at all. I said the problem as it existed. I didn't say 100%. So I'm going to ask the question again. What did you mean, one, when you said I put words in your mouth? I never said 100%, and I never thought you meant that, so I didn't put those words in your mouth. I simply said that the fault, regardless of extent, could be more or less. I never said a percentage. You said a percentage. I didn't say a percentage. I said that you implied strongly that the border judges, right, would have prevented more or less the extent of those 11 million illegals. Did you or did you not imply that?
It wasn't the intent, but...
Okay, so then please change your wording then, because that's what you said.
Sure, it would have definitely prevented more illegals from coming in.
Okay, so you just said it again, so that was your intent.
More. Does more mean all?
Once again, I never said all. You keep saying that I told you said all or 100%.
What am I not saying?
Never said that.
Can you say what I'm not saying?
It's your answer. It's not a wrong or right answer. It's your answer. Why are you asking me to give you your answer for you? I'm just asking what you meant because I said I said what you implied. Okay, hold on. I'm not done. I said what you implied. you being very disingenuous, said that I said something about 100% or the word all. Never once said that at all. Never. And so I said, was I correct then in my assessment that you're saying more or less, right? I don't know why I'm doing this again. It's clearly this is what you're saying. More or less, no percentage, no word all, not none, just more or less, the 11 million was that high, more or less, I'm going to say it one more time, more or less, because there wasn't enough border judges. Is that, for the 5th time, what you are saying? Okay, go ahead. Unmute. Please answer.
It played a part.
Okay, so the answer is yes, Nick. That is what I'm saying. Okay, great. So can you tell me when all these border judges came in? When
They
did
didn't,
the
because
Okay,
they
great.
denied the
Perfect.
bill.
Amazing. So if they never did, and you're saying it played a part, then can you tell me why illegal immigration, the borders closed, there's no illegal immigration, right? It is literally 0 to negligible percentage points. And gotaways are also down to near 0 to negligible percentage points. So if that never came in, which I agree with you, they never got these extra judges, whatever, then how come Trump was able to do it and Biden wasn't? Now, I can understand if it was only down 10% or 20%, then you can say it's an anomaly. It's down 99%. So can you please explain to me how Trump was able to figure it out, but not Biden? Hello?
Can you tell me where you're getting the 99% number from?
Yes, it came from the congressional hearing where they literally talked about it. They had all of the statistics. It was just a few days ago. I'm going to go ahead and assume you don't know about this because you honestly said, and again, I appreciate your honesty, that you're not well versed on this. But I watched the entire congressional hearing where they talked about the statistics, both Democrats and Republicans. They also said the murder rate was down about 20%. Maybe they said 20%, but I think it was a little less than 20%. I think no, actually, violent crimes, including murder, were down 20%. What else was down? Fentanyl ODs were down. Damn it, it's slipping me. I want to say maybe 15%.
So you're wrong. You're wrong. What you're
What did
talking
you look
about
up?
are refugee admissions.
Nope,
Those
no, I'm
dropped
not.
because they stopped taking. Yes, I am. Dude, here's the source.
Sure.
USAFacts.com.
USA Facts?
USAFacts.org. It's an organization.
No, I know
For
who
the
they
US
are.
government.
Okay, what's the
Let's pull it
title
up.
of it? I'll pull it up. I guess all the Democrats and Republicans talking about this in congressional hearing were all lying, I guess. But USA Facts got it. Okay, let's look it up. What's the title?
State of immigration in numbers.
Immigration in numbers.
Decrease in refugee admissions between January to February of 25 was over 99%.
1 second. What is it called? State of... Are you sure that's the... You said State of Immigration in Numbers?
That's the article title.
It's weird. USA Facts, right?
Yep.
It's really weird. When I type it in, it doesn't show up. The first article says how many immigrants are in the U.S. Second one says U.S. Immigration and Border Security Fact Sheet. Third one is immigration channels in the U.S., both authorized and unauthorized. Next one is statistics on unauthorized U.S. immigration. And then the last one from USA Facts says how many immigrants get green cards every year. You're like very positive that's the title? I'm not trying to doubt you, but
Google.
it seems
Hang
weird.
on.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? Let me try Google. What were you just reading?
I don't read things off Google.
Right, but what were you just reading right now?
The article off their website.
Yeah, but how did you get it? If you didn't get it from Google, how did you get it originally?
Hang on.
No, I want you to answer that. How did you get that originally?
I don't necessarily just Google
Got
everything.
it.
I go
Okay.
to reputable
Got it.
websites.
ChatGPT. Got it. Okay, so you're reading AI. Okay, can you give me a source that's not from AI? Because AI will say the source is, in this case, usafacts.org, and it gets it wrong all the time. So if you're going to debate, please do me a favor. Don't read from AI, because that's embarrassing as fuck, and you should feel embarrassed right now.
Let's see.
Why do they all fucking use AI? It's insane. Oh my god.
How about the international?
How about the
Rescue
original
Committee?
source? How about that one?
How about what one?
The original source. You said that
What's the
ChatGPT gave
original
it to
source?
you. USA Facts. You said that ChatGPT gave it to you. Just go back to your little AI, or maybe
literally
you
have
use
the website
Gemini or whatever, and just go say, can you give me a source for this? It'll give you a link. You can click it.
Yep.
Just go do that, and then we will move on to a new source. I want to first debunk your first point. I don't like to just move on. Unless you're just going to admit that you were wrong, and then we can move on.
No, I have it pulled up right here.
You have the USA Facts one pulled up?
Yeah, man.
Oh, what's the title? Because you just...
I'm telling you the title. I don't know why Google's not pulling it up, though. I can give you the URL.
What's the title?
Can I pull up my camera? I can I can do
guess,
that.
yeah. Or you can just read
Here.
it to me. I don't know why that's harder.
The basics. Here you go. 99% decrease in refugee admissions.
Literally can't see anything right now. Can you just tell me the title? I don't understand why this is so hard.
Okay, here. That's the title, dude.
I don't see anything. Is this camera on, or is it just a glitch on my end? There you go. Is the URL long?
No, it's
fine.
usafacts.org/reports
/reports. Okay.
/State of the Union with dashes in between every word.
State the Union dashes. Okay.
/immigration. And then there's a slash after that. I don't know why.
There's always a slash at the end. All right, here we go.
Keep liking the live, everybody.
So, you know when it talks about this comes from the U.S. Department of State. Do you know what it talks about when it says the number of the number of refugees admitted to the U.S.? Do you know what that means?
Sure. Tell me.
No, go ahead.
No, tell me. What were you going to say?
What I was going to say is I'm asking you to know what that means.
When they're admitted to the United States, that means they've applied for asylum and they've accepted them.
Right. So I agree. That's also down, according to this little chart that I'm reading at the end. That's down 99%. But why is what I said was wrong?
Because you said immigration was down 99%.
First off, I said illegal immigration. Don't put words in my mouth. Right? I don't mind immigration. People can immigrate to this country. So
okay,
let's make it very clear. Right. Why are you saying that's wrong?
Because it's not true.
Right. What is it?
Illegal immigration is more than just people applying for asylum.
No, I understand that. I'm not... Okay, let me spell it out. Let me spell it out for you. No, let me spell it out for you like more clearly because you're not getting it. You're saying I'm not right because this other number is also 99%. So you're thinking I'm saying this number wrong.
Source?
Shut the fuck up for a second. You're saying I'm wrong because you read another number at 99%. So you're, again, strongly implying that I'm wrong because I was actually meaning to say this statistic. In reality, I said this statistic. No. For you to say I'm wrong, you have to say, no, illegal immigration isn't down. I said 0% to negligible percent. So 95 to 99%, somewhere in that range. Why did you say I was wrong? Just because something else is 99% down?
Sounds like you got mixed up.
Right, but you're not proving me wrong. I thought maybe this article, I mean, I'm still scrolling. I thought this was going to say something about illegal immigration per se. It's really not. It's just going off on repatriations. It's going off on, yeah, I'm at the end of the article. It doesn't mention it once. So how am I wrong? And now you just admitted, wait, hold on. You just admitted that you don't even know if I'm wrong because you just said right now it sounds like you got mixed up. So that tells me you didn't actually even know. You're just assuming. Other things can have an equal percentage that are down. that doesn't mean that my percentage is wrong.
So where's your percentage coming from?
I told you they mentioned it in the congressional hearing.
That's not a source.
Well, first off,
You
that
saying
is
they
a
mentioned
source.
it in a congressional hearing is not a source.
It is a source, actually.
No, it's not. You know what? My
It
congressman told
came
me
from
down
the
street that it
department.
wasn't.
Okay, but the difference is my congressional hearing you can actually go watch, and it also came from the Department of the State and Homeland Security as well.
Okay,
They
Department
literally
of
these
State
are
and
the
Homeland
people.
Security is a source. You saying that you heard it in hearing?
They
is
were
not
the
a source.
ones that were in the congressional hearing. Dude, what are you talking about? Do you not know about the congressional hearing that happened at all? I know you didn't watch it, but you don't
It's
even
not
know
my
that it
job.
happened.
So no.
It's not my job either.
It seems like you're trying to make it your job.
You're just projecting right now. This is not my job. You're deflecting right now. I am an engineer, okay? But that doesn't matter. You're just deflecting. It's not my job. That's such a ridiculous point. Because people know things outside of their job, that's ridiculous, is what you're saying? Is
I'm
that
saying you're trying to
really
make
your
job
point?
Because you're streaming on TikTok and you have a clickbait title.
What?
The
You're
little
really
text on top of
deflecting
your
so
video
hard
is
right now.
clickbait, dude.
How is it clickbait? I believe everything in it. Clickbait
Having
would.
the little alarm next to Islamist is not clickbait.
Why would that be clickbait? If you're
How is it
if you're baited into clicking on it, that's on you. I believe everything I put up there. Clickbait is
That doesn't
again.
change anything about it being clickbait.
I don't see how it is clickbait. And
Right,
sure,
because he put a colorful alarm.
right?
next
You're
to it,
saying
like,
because I put a
If that's
colorful
not
alarm
clickbait,
next to
tell me
it.
what clickbait is.
weirdo.
This is insane. This is a way to deflect. You're deflecting
can we not
significantly
debate
right
about
now.
what
This is
clickbait
insane.
is?
Right.
You're
This
just
is
trying to avoid.
okay.
I'm just talking about it. Anyway.
No, it's
But
just
you still
it's
have
just
yet to
dumb.
give
You're
me a
saying
source.
because
Tell me what website
I
to check for
told
this
you
information.
it's from the congressional hearing. You're more than welcome to go watch it.
Can you give me a link? Can you tell me where to find this?
How about you just type in congressional hearing immigration? I'm sure you are. You seriously really? It's like this something you cannot find on your own. I'm gonna mute you real quick because that shit's fucking annoying. This guy is fucking coping. Holy shit. Can he not use Google? I know for real. Okay, I'll tell you
I'll
what.
use Google,
Go look at
but the
it.
thing-
Just go watch it. I'm gonna bring somebody else up. I'll circle back around to you.
You just wasted
Promise you.
everybody's
I
time,
don't
dude.
care. Shut up. I don't care. I promise you, you'll find it. And if you can't, then you're not smart enough to. Once you watch it, it's not very long. I promise you, and you can even skim through it. Come back. We can talk about it. It's just there's 6 other people waiting to come up right now. And I'm not spending my time with somebody that's like, oh, this is clearly your job because you're on a live. What a stupid point. Yes, I like doing this. I promise you it's not my job. Yes, YKNO, go ahead.
Hey Nick, so I'm a queer man and I'm a Democrat, and I
Congratulations.
think Israel is committing genocide,
Okay.
and Trump is a fascist.
Okay, real quick. Are you being for real right now, or are you trolling?
I'm being for real.
I feel like you're trolling because people don't speak like that naturally.
No, this is natural.
No, it's not. Have you ever heard a
No,
toddler?
No, I was trying
Okay.
to troll. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say,
I'm
have
a
you ever
Republican.
heard a toddler? You know, like when they
was-
say
I
their
was trying
first
so
word.
hard.
1 second.
I just
When
wanted
they
to
say
see your
1 second.
reaction.
When they say their first word, have you ever heard a toddler just go like da da? You know what I mean? Like it's not natural to have vocal fry.
Yeah, I was just trying to see your reaction, to be honest.
Figured.
Yeah, everyone saying like free Palestine. I just want free Palestine. I just want to come on here, talk to the chat for a second. You know, they're all stupid. Trump is a great leader. America is a great country. If you're a Democrat, you have no brain. Israel is our greatest ally, and the last guy you debated is pretty stupid, to be honest. But yeah, I just want to come on here and
They
say
have a
that.
brain. It's just a bad one.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, that's all. You
Facts.
can kick me now, or I don't know how to leave this.
That was a good attempt at trolling. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
tried.
Nah, it wasn't. I called it out immediately.
He tried. He tried. Who's up next? Jack.
Hey, what's up, bro? How are you?
Yeah, sorry, just real quick. I just wanted to say how dumb that Squigs guy was, because it's like, I don't like doing research for people, but like,
Thank
I
you, Cole.
Googled illegal immigrations, how far it's down, and the very first article, and the source is U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and also U.S. Homeland Security. They both say, as late 2025 into early 2026, U.S. Customs and Border Protection.gov is where I'm at. Data indicates that Southwest border encounters have fallen by roughly 95% compared to the peaks of that's the gotaways and also illegal immigration. And the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has where is it? Here it is. The impact on gotaways. Statistics show that gotaways, those who evade apprehension, also decreased significantly, with reports indicating a 95% reduction, which is what I said, gotaways and illegal immigration. So, again, I saw it when I watched the actual congressional hearing, but it's also on their website. It took me literally, when you guys saw me grab my phone, it took me that long to find it. Anyways, Jack, go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted to address a couple of things. First, the guy that came on a couple of turns ago started saying something about Lebanon not understanding why Israel is attacking there. I think he's either unaware or he's a bit retarded. Does he not know that Lebanon has shot, well, not Lebanon, Hezbollah.
You're going to get a
tens
hit.
of thousands.
You're going to get banned for that, just so you know. Trust me, I don't care,
sorry.
but that word is, TikTok doesn't like it.
Oh, okay. I'll try to. I'm fairly new to TikTok, so I'll try to keep it more calm. But is he unaware that Hezbollah has shot tens of thousands of missiles into Israel the last several years? And then even now, in the latest thing that just happened, as soon as the war started with Iran, Hezbollah immediately started shooting missiles into civilian areas in Israel. What the hell does he think Israel is going to do? Of course, they're going to go on the offense. And the Lebanon government said, we don't want Hezbollah here. Get the hell out of our country. Stop doing this. So this is not an Israel versus Lebanon.
Sorry. Got it. I told you were going to get it.
Every time.
Yeah, you guys, look, it's not me. I don't care about that word at all, and I know that it is totally, TikTok is a sensitive whatever app. So it's not me, but yeah, you get hit. Anyways, yeah.
Think about that word. If you come up, don't say the R word. Say highly regarded. Say whatever.
Say dumb or just say R. I'll know what you mean. Whatever. Just like, I got you, dude. But yeah, it's not me. It's just, it is what it is.
Well, somebody said restarted. I like that one.
Yeah, it could work too. But to answer your question, though, what was I gonna say? To answer your question, yeah, they're dumb. It's I was trying to get there with him, but I wanted to, whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. Jacqueline, go ahead.
God just wants to make it extremely clear to you that he's the reason Tel Aviv got turned into a bonfire.
Girl,
God speaks with you.
Girl, I just FaceTimed my mom like an hour ago. Tel Aviv's doing great.
Oh, no, but...
I'm just confused. Are you speaking with God? Is that what you're saying?
It's not very long.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
well,
wait, hold on. One sec. First you said it was already turned into one. Now you're saying it's not at all yet, but it's about to be?
No, I'm saying the state of Israel doesn't have
Well, first off, that's not what you said. You actually said Tel Aviv, and you said it in the past tense, and now you're telling her that it's actually not yet, but it's going to be. Which one is it, so I can answer properly?
Well, Tel Aviv did get turned into a bonfire.
Okay, so wait, hold on, stop. Okay, wait, stop 1 second. So she just talked about Tel Aviv, and you said it's not yet. So which one? So you're saying it is already turned into a bonfire? Okay, like the whole Tel Aviv, or like a very... Okay, why do you keep interrupting? I'm trying to have a conversation with you. So are you telling me like all of Tel Aviv, or just like a little corner of a few buildings?
Most of Tel Aviv.
Most. Okay, great. So like 50, babe, just don't.
Thriving right now.
Just 1 second.
My love.
So like 51% or more. Okay. So where are you getting this idea from? Because yes, there has been definitely hits, and there have been building. Hold on. There have been buildings that have definitely been hit. There's some cars that have been hit, and open streets that have been hit. But I don't know how big or small you think Tel Aviv is. but can you explain to me how 51% of Tel Aviv is gone? Or more? I mean, you just said most. I don't really know what that means. At minimum, 51%. You know how many missiles Iran has sent towards not just Israel, specifically Tel Aviv?
God is low-key
Wait,
laughing.
just can you answer that question real quick without deflecting?
God is low-key laughing at you for
All right,
believing AI
stop. I'm trying to
images.
get her to stay on topic, please.
I hear you, but hold
So
on
can
a
you just...
second.
Okay.
She won't answer your question.
He's laughing at these fruitless political
Okay, I'm just gonna move on then. It's not...
I'm just telling her
It's
that
fine, I'm
it's
just...
funny that she believes AI images, and I think God's laughing at her.
I don't think she does. I'm just trying to keep them on topic.
But she won't stay on topic.
All right. Campo's next person. Go
Press
ahead.
Camacho, he's not going to drop me.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, man, I just want to say I'm a big supporter and big fan of your work, man. Really don't got too much to say. Just wanted to hop on here and say I like what you do. I love following your page, and I like your...
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Can you address the people telling you to tell me to be quiet and to be silent and to drop me?
You guys think I'm gonna drop my wife? What is
There's been
wrong with
about
you guys?
6 of those, so...
I don't read the comments, my bad. Mods, if anyone says that, just get rid of them. You guys, I'm not... What the fuck? It's my wife. I'm not gonna... What is wrong with you guys? Just because I'm just like kind of...
We're not a Muslim household.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We're not a Muslim household. She's allowed to say stuff. Just because I'm just kind of responding back and saying like, yeah, it's fine. I'm trying to keep him on topic. And she says, yeah, but I'm just doing this. So what? It's not that big a deal. You guys relax. She's my wife. She can say whatever she wants. Just like I can say whatever I want. It's all good.
Thank you.
Lion, go ahead.
Do I have permission to speak?
Okay, well, now you're going to the back of the line just for acting like a bitch. I don't have time for these weird introduction questions. You guys get into it. Jack, were you the Jack that was up here just a while ago? Or?
Yeah. Thanks for taking me back. I'm not sure.
Is this a new account?
No, same account. Let me right back in.
Yeah, but... Okay, make it quick, man, because once it gets a restriction, if you come back up, the restriction can sometimes reapply. Surprised it didn't actually show up right away.
I can drop off and come back a different day.
You're a supporter, right? Like you and I already agree? Okay, I mean, we agree. Cool. Yeah. We're good.
Yeah.
All right,
no, I just wanted to say, I mean, I think I made most of my point about the Lebanon thing. Like, I don't think they know what they're talking about. Also, that last person with Tel Aviv, like, I have family in Tel Aviv. It's fine. I have family in Beit Shemesh. I have family all over Israel. So I don't know what these people are saying. But the real reason I wanted to talk to you was, I don't know if you saw the attack that happened in the synagogue today in Detroit.
Of course.
And there was another one in Norway. So, I mean, the last couple of days I've been listening on Twitter Spaces to some of these far-right, really scary neo-Nazi type groups. I kind of understand now how some of these things happen. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that and see what can be done to combat that. I mean, I'm not sure if there's much to do. Obviously, talking about it and educating people, but a little bit of a scary time to live and be a Jew when you're just trying to live your life and, you know, live a normal, regular life, you know, get a job, take care of your family, you know, grow your life. So just wanted to get your thoughts.
Sorry, my thoughts on what?
No, on what do you think Jewish people, and I guess allies of Jewish people, could do to fight back on the really rapidly increasing anti-Semitism, terror attacks, and hate crimes, you know, happening against the Jewish community, really globally?
Second Amendment.
Second Amendment?
Yes.
Yeah, working on it.
Perfect. And then
my license.
Gym, training, martial arts, all sounds like great stuff. Be proud. There's two ways to kill off any people, but I know we're talking about Jews right now, but really this actually applies to anyone. There's two ways to do it. You can either do it in the literal sense, which is awful and violent, and we know who's going to be the ones to do those kind of attacks. Just look at today, for example. But the other way to do it is to suppress them so much to where they're no longer the same people. If you suppress the Jewish so much into a sense of fear that the Jewish people are afraid to let's say, be Jewish. That's another way to kill the Jewish people. Thank you, Sidamon, for the membership. Thank you for the soldiery super chat. Thank you so much for what you are doing. It means the world. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for the super chat to Yosemite. Islam and Nazis are bad. Bring back intelligent Islam. Oxymoronic, but okay. All right, Jack. Thanks. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Take care.
Bye.
Hey, how's it going, Nick? So I just watched your video with, against Sneeko, and that was really interesting. First time I ever seen you, I watched you with the, I don't know his name, the Jewish guy, the British Jewish guy. And so I actually was just curious. I sent you a message on X, just kind of where you started to get your information from, because I thought, I was like, wow, this guy, you really, seems like you're very informative. I'm just curious where you, like, if there's books that you've gone into or where you've got some information.
Yeah, there's a lot of books, definitely. Like if you were in my house and you went to my bookshelf, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves of, like, I have a couple bookshelves, but the one on the right is my, like, Israel, Middle East, Israel-Palestine conflict, Middle Eastern history, stuff like that. It's like 4 shelves. I've read about 85% of those books. There's some that are on there that I still need to read right now. The one I'm reading, which has nothing to do with Middle Eastern history, but I'm reading it for class. It's this one right here. I have to do a report on it at the end of the semester. It's called Hitler's Religion, The Twisted Beliefs That Drove the Third Reich by Richard Weikart. Literally, it's for class, so I kind of put away all my, like, quote-unquote fun books, if you will, the ones that I'm reading on my own to have to read this one. And then after that, my other one for class is this one. Darwinian Racism. It's how Darwinism influenced Hitler, Nazism, and white nationalism. And this is the other book that he wants me to read, but it's smaller, so I'm starting with the bigger one.
That's awesome.
To the person asking for class, you not done studying, I went back to school to get another degree, this time in Middle Eastern history. And I don't know why, just for fun, I guess.
That's awesome. That's great. And then just if I might ask, so someone brought up today that I was talking to about AIPAC. How AIPAC has all this influence, and I said, no, I don't really care too much, but I don't know, what would you say to that? Like, if someone brings up, like, AIPAC.
AIPAC's number 191 in lobbying since 1998, when they actually started doing annual reporting for all lobbyist groups, like it became law. AIPAC has done $65 million, give or take, in lobbying. Not per year. That's in the past 28 years combined. Of course, there's more to it because that's lobbying. There's also contributions and spending, which obviously a lot of that doesn't go into influencing politics. That can be just for anything. But even if you add all that together, it's still extremely tiny. And then in 2022, AIPAC started, I think it was 2 super PACs. I can't remember the exact names of them. I think one it's called like the AIPAC PAC or something like that. Regardless, doesn't really matter their names. They started that only the last presidential election. Technically, they started the midterm elections before that in 2022. So they've only done 2 election cycles, the midterms, presidential election. Even if you combine all that together, it's about, I think if you round up, $500 million since 1998. Some lobbying groups, a lot of them that are very anti-Israel and even fund a lot of anti-Israel stuff, spend more in a year than that since 1998 that AIPAC does. I'm not going to pretend AIPAC is literally so tiny it's insignificant, but this idea that AIPAC is so influential, I find AIPAC to be rather not that effective, to be honest. So that's how I would answer it. Generally, when people say AIPAC, they just kind of mean Jews, because every single time I've gotten to an argument about AIPAC and I give them these numbers and I show them open secrets, I can source everything that I just said. When I show them this, they go, well, but, Miriam Adelson, she gave, $100 million. And I'm like, wait a minute, she doesn't work for AIPAC. And they're like, well, she works for Israel. And I'm like, you mean she's a Jew? And like, yeah.
She's just an American
like,
who supported the president.
Right. She's an American. She's allowed to donate her money, just like if a rich Muslim American wants to donate their money to CARE, for example, or Mamdani, whatever, then they can do that. And they always, that's generally what they do. When they say AIPAC, they really just mean Jews. Because it's not even just like Israel, it's just Jews. That's what they mean.
Appreciate it, man. I definitely have given you a follow on all the platforms that I have you on so far.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thanks for the super chat, Brian Fisher. Would love to see you debate, destroy TY. Oh, the Young Turks. I was like, who's that? Yeah, I'd love to. I feel like in the end, I probably would just.
I hate them so much that I might not let him do it. But if he had the opportunity, he probably wouldn't listen to me. So it's fine. Dang. I hate Anna. Actually, it would be so. Actually, maybe not. If you could destroy Anna.
What I would probably end up doing is
you would probably get lucky for a month straight.
What I would probably end up, what would happen? Babe, stop. What would probably end up happening is I would start off trying to do a legitimate debate. I find this kind of weird because Cenk cannot hold himself together, but I think he can more than Anna. So what I'd probably end up doing is, let's say I debated them one-on-one, I would go as far as I can with a normal debate, regardless of who, and then the second they started crashing out, I would probably just turn into a smug bastard and start making fun of them and like trolling, just like a little bit of pokes here and there. That's probably what would end up happening. I don't think it would be a great debate, but I would do it. Yosemite said, Nick, thank you for the super chat. Nick, please create your book list for us. I posted a video a while ago on this. Maybe I can repost that because somebody asked me about that. Angels of Enlightenment. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Great debates. I wish nothing but success. Thank you. Appreciate that. Nick, did you hear what happened at the synagogue? Of course I did. I made a video on it, you guys. Not just the synagogue, but also the ROTC. Mr. Drew, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm going to mirror what you said. I'll be like 5 seconds.
No problem.
We always have this conversation when there's another synagogue shooting or another Jew gets attacked. I said the same thing every single time. Put your kids in a martial art, boxing, kickboxing, BJJ. Jews, you have a cultural martial art. Embrace it, right? It also teaches them the thing they really need, 2A stuff, weapons, etc. Embrace that kind of stuff. It's not about the specific martial art. It's about making them mentally strong and tough. I have a program, enroll your kids in it. I teach parents how to teach their kids the basics that they'll need. Yeah, it's not about the specific martial art. Make your kids mentally strong. It's not the ideal world. It's the world that we do live in, that we inherited it, right? So make your kids mentally strong. They're going to need it.
Sure. I appreciate that. That's true.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Keyline, don't you dare. I love you, Keyline. Keyline, if I tell you to keep doing it, will you stop?
I got kicked off. My phone was at 1%. I have it charging now. But again, just wanted to reiterate what a lot of people are saying. Big fan of yours, Nick. Love your content, bro. I generally read books and do a lot of research too on everything, the conflict. I actually look at the Middle East from different points of view throughout history, and I'm 100% firm believer in the Israelis, the Holy Land. I'm a huge Christian. I'm a Christian Zionist, and I put a lot of faith into the Holy Land. One thing I came on here, I wanted to share, I'm a pro-peace guy. And again, I'm not going to go into no debate about war because I agree with what happened and what the retaliation was. Or I agree with what the retaliation was, not what happened. Again, I'm American too, so I understand from an American point of view, if that happened, I would want the same thing, probably a fucking lot more worse, to be honest.
Sure.
But I am empathetic and I am pro-peace. one thing I encourage people, I actually do stand on what I believe in, and I'm actually a part of helping in the MEET program. I'm not sure if you know about that. It's Middle Eastern Entrepreneurs of Tomorrow. It's a program for Israelis and Palestinians to work together. It's usually high school and teenagers. So just a little bit about myself and like my background and what I try to do to help bridge the gap. With people that are seeking peace. I don't want to put everyone in a bubble and say that they're not seeking peace. There are, in a sense, that are trying to, and I just want to throw that out there. I'm not sure if you've heard of that program. Middle Eastern Entrepreneurs of Tomorrow, a really good program.
Cool, man. Yeah, sounds great.
Cool. Thank you, man. Just want to continue my support for you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Well.
All right. Peace. Madeline. I always say Madeline. Is it Madeline, isn't it?
Yes, it's Madeline. Hold on a second.
It's the Y that throws me off. All right, fair enough. You guys, I did get a new mic though. Look, it's an Elgato.
So
I haven't started it yet though.
So with the attack that happened today.
Hello? Are you there? Can you guys hear her or am I tripping?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Did you hear my question too?
I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay, so my question was like with the attack that happened today, if those kinds of attacks keep happening at synagogues and Jewish schools, what should we do?
Like as a government country or as Jewish people or as Americans or?
Just in general, I think. Like.
Well, I mean, okay, next question. Are you asking like what I would do if I had all the control or what do I hope to happen even though we're not in control?
What I would hope to happen, basically. Or what should Jewish people do?
Okay. Because I was going to say, if it was up to me, I would deport all of these anti-American people. I'd first off continue to fight to deport illegal immigrants, starting with criminals, of course. I would close the borders. Seems like that's kind of already happened, so continue that. If there's any even slight disadvantages there, to close those off. Anyone here who's even here legally but not a citizen, who has any kind of values that are anti-American, support of anti-American regimes, terrorist organizations, groups, etc., etc. Any of that stuff, deport them. Immediately remove their visa, remove their whatever it is they're here on, green card, student visa, work visa, and deport them. That's what I would do. But I'm not in charge, so what should Jewish people do? Yeah, protection. Protection is always first and foremost, and continue to be Jews, continue to be proud Jews, because the only other way to kill a people off, other than that literal sense, is to force them so far into hiding that they are no longer who they are.
Yeah, because like I don't know if, I'm pretty sure synagogues have plenty of security, but I don't know if Jewish schools do.
Yeah, I hear ya. You know, it's interesting. I'm going to go through my X stuff right now, actually, because I kind of been talking about this a little bit. But anyone who's been, especially on X today, very, very quickly, of course, it happens every time that Jews are attacked, people immediately came out with the whole, that's false flag, false flag, false flag. And I'm kind of
they always do.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like sort of interested in that. And this is why, and don't get me wrong, I get it's frustrating, especially if you're Jewish. You guys see it. You see your people getting attacked, and then people immediately just try to say it's a false flag before even any information came out. It's just literally the first 5 seconds, false flag. And so I get it's frustrating, but try to take it this way instead. This is why your enemies are losers, and they will always be losers. Because, and I'll explain why, they're not organized. They don't even believe in themselves. How do I know? Because on one hand, these same people will say things like globalize the intifada, by any means necessary, etc., right? So on one hand, they say these things. They literally chant it every single day. But then when that actually happens, a globalizing of an intifada, resistance by quote-unquote any means necessary. Well, then all of a sudden they say, well, actually, no, that wasn't us. That's a false flag. So it's kind of interesting, right? It's kind of like globalize the intifada, and they're like, okay, that's not us. That's not us. That's a different person. That's a Jew. That's a Mossad agent. And so it's like they have this plan, right? Pro-Palis, Muslims, Islamists, whatever you want to say, right? They have this plan. They're like, we got this plan. We're gonna win back Palestine by globalizing the intifada, attacking quote-unquote Zionists, right? Wink, wink, Zionists, right? Mm-hmm. And we're gonna do it this way, and it's gonna be great, and we're gonna glory to the martyrs, and we're gonna get our country back. And then, like, anytime it happens, they're like, oh, that wasn't us. It's like, they're not organized. And this is why they're losers, and they'll always be losers, because every war they've ever lost, which is, well, all of them against Israel, they say they won. Literally to this day. The 6-day war, they call the 6-hour war, right? They literally think they won it. No one in history thinks that Lebanon, Hezbollah, sorry, not Lebanon, well, they were part of it, the Arab nations won the 6-day war. Literally, nobody thinks that, other than the Arabs. The 73, the Arabs think they won that. 82, the Arabs think they won that. 2006, the Arabs think they won that. Literally everything they won. And then every time they do something that I'm not going to say is effective, but from their logic would be effective, globalizing the intifada, that one, they didn't actually do that. So it's kind of like opposite with them. The loss, they claim the loss, call them wins, and then they push away I'm not going to call them wins because they're just terrorist attacks, but from their logic, right? They would think it's a win. They push those away. It's very, very weird, your enemies.
And another question I have is, why do they keep saying that anti-Zionism isn't anti-Semitism, but whenever Jews get killed, they won't even condemn it?
Because it's anti-Semitism?
Exactly, because I don't understand. Like, why do they say it's not anti-Semitism when it's
Better question is, and again, I'm not advocating at all. I wish Islamists would stop being such barbaric monsters, but a better question I'd ask is, when you guys say it's anti-Zionism, most Zionists in the world are not even Jewish. Not necessarily because Jews aren't Zionists, just because there's just not that many Jews in the world, right? There's only 16 million. Even if 100% of Jews were Zionists, there still would be more non-Jewish Zionists in the world. How come they keep attacking synagogues and Hanukkah festivals in Bondi Beach and synagogues and Jewish schools? And it's very interesting. It's like, oh, it has nothing to do with Jews, nothing at all. It's about Zionism. But like 99% of the targeting of the Zionists is going to be Jewish things. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Real quick, let me catch up with this real quick. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Wait, I already read that one, sorry. Oh, there it is. Cars and Dimension. All Detroit Jewish schools have armed security. Okay, there you go. Got an answer on that one. Thank you, Cars. And also Lake Effect Musicable. Can you give a layman's debunk of the Khazarian Mafia? Is that like just the Khazarian theory? Is that another word for it?
It's again with the stupid Khazarian theory, yeah.
Okay, I never heard it titled Khazarian Mafia before.
I just watched a video about that theory being debunked yesterday, but I already knew it, but no.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, I thank you for teaching me that it's also called that. I didn't know it was referred to as that. I just know about the Khazarian theory. Yeah, so I mean, layman's term, long story short, they believe that the entire nation of Khazaria, right, which was in modern day Turkey, Anatolia region, maybe a little bit higher as well. They believe that entire kingdom converted to Judaism. Now, of course, couple things. One, Jews don't do mass conversions, not since Mount Sinai, so it really doesn't make a lot of sense. Two, who would have converted them if Jews weren't actually there? Because they try to say Jews never actually went there, and these are all just 100% just Europeans. They have nothing to do with the Levant or Israel.
There's also zero evidence anywhere.
Right. Furthermore, we don't actually have a lot of information on the Khazarians. They didn't leave behind a lot for us to look at. We didn't have writings from them. It's very, very little. But yeah, there is some evidence that points that the royal family converted to Judaism, but that's not the theory. The theory is that the Jews today are Khazari, and you're not going to get that from a couple people converting. You have to have the entire kingdom convert. On top of that, there's been extensive DNA testing. Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on, baby. Oh, even with that, with the king, so to speak, there was people who wrote about him and didn't mention any type of Jewish anything about him or his
Yeah,
family.
no, I mean that's true, but
Like
it's
no
fine.
practices or anything like that.
Sure, that's true, but it's fine if you convert. Again, people have converted, but that's just an individual thing. Anyways, the Khazarian theory also, there's been extensive DNA testing, even by some not so friendly to Jews research groups that have found Levantine DNA within the Ashkenazi Jews. And I'm not talking about like a percentage point or two, 40%, 85%, excuse me. The 40% one they found was they linked 40% of all Ashkenazis to just 4 women, all of them from the Middle East, by the way. One of them specifically Persia, the other 3 from the Levant region. So again, it debunks it completely because the Khazarians were Turks. Well, what today would be Turks, right? So you wouldn't have that high of a DNA of Levantine DNA or these 4 women that they linked 40%. And again, these aren't Mizrahi Jews or Sephardic Jews even. These are the Ashkenazi Jews. Not to mention there's actually paternal Y chromosomes that Ashkenazi Jews share with Kohanim. It's called, I think colloquially people call it the Kohen gene. Kohanim, Mizrahi, Sephardic Jews have the exact same match all around the world. So yeah, it's that's, sorry, I know that wasn't super layman, but that's essentially it. It's literally based in absolutely nothing. There was one article by a Jewish man, I think he was Israeli, that tried to push this ideology, and he had to retract his own statements because he didn't actually have a level of standard for peer-reviewed research whatsoever, and he was just debunked over and over and over and over.
And isn't it also true that, like, during the early Middle Ages, Europeans weren't even allowed to convert to Judaism because it was apostasy at that time?
That might be true. I don't want to lie to you and give you that answer, but here's the better way I would put it. Who would want to? Like, this idea, right? To the person in the comments real quick that says I share the same Y chromosome DNA as Kohanim Jews, the fact that you worded it that way tells me you don't know what you're talking about. That's not how you would word it. It's a very, very specific haplogroup. So the fact that you worded it that way just tells me you actually, yeah. Oh, now you put it because you looked it up real quick. Yeah. You could have it because your ancestors would have it. I doubt you are one, what did you say? You're Persian Muslim. Well, first off, see, again, what a stupid point. Muslim is not a DNA, so I don't even know why you would say that. So that doesn't make any sense. As for Persian, yes, you could still have that haplogroup from your paternal line in this case, I assume, and that just means someone in your ancestry would have it. Now, of course, I think you're lying. I don't think you actually even did this study whatsoever, but hypothetically, if you did, yeah, that just means someone in your ancestry had it. Good job. You just debunked yourself. Unless you think you are 100% like just Persian and no one in your family ever left the region. They just stayed right there forever and all of time and nobody did anything. Yeah, of course that would be, yeah. Anyways, just so you guys know, that's why when some Palestinians, very little, most of the time when they do it, they just turn out to be Arab, but some of them will do it and they're like, oh, look, I got 20% Jewish. Oh, look, I got da-da-da. Yeah, the reason is because somewhere in the past 1,400 years, probably, maybe if you're Nabatean times, the past 2,000 years, that just means that your family either married someone in the Levant region, could be a Samaritan, doubt it, they're very closed off, most likely a Jew, and they had sexual relations. Or it could have been that your fucking ancestors raped them too, or forced intermarriage, or whatever. Or they could have met and fell in love and had a happy time, and then they had a kid, and they had a kid, and they had a kid, and so far on, you're invented, and boom, all of a sudden you take a DNA test, and you're like, oh, look, I have this amount of percentage. See, I told you, I'm from the Levant. No, that doesn't mean you're from the fucking Levant. That just means that you got that DNA somewhere along the line. Anyways, hope that answers. Real quick, let me read this. Thank you for the super chat. Made me smile. 1, I've watched plenty of debaters, and you're the first I've seen who actually brings up new arguments and always has common sense rebuttal. Hands down the best pro-Israel debater in the world. Thank you, Nick. Hey, I really appreciate that. I try my best. It's kind of hard with these like weirdos that say stupid shit like what I just read in the comments, but I try my best to center it around some sense of logic. Anyways, Madeline, hope that answers your questions.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm gonna show you guys what I promised real quick because I keep forgetting. Go down my X feed right now because I wanted to show you guys some stuff that I saw today.
I wonder how many views there are in that debate you had with Sneeko now.
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I can look that up. No, not that one. This one. There you go. All right. Oh, shout out to X. We're at 459 viewers on X. Awesome. Oh yeah, this was good. This was my first. Wait, hold on, one sec. All right, there we go. Yeah, so this one was good. This guy right here said, today's nonsense is that, well, maybe they're anti-Semitic, but that's Israel's fault for equating Israel with Judaism. They're talking about the synagogue shooting, saying like, okay, yeah, thank you for the super chat. Maybe smile, W Nick. I really appreciate it. Wow, thank you for the super chat. Holy shit. Really appreciate you. Made me smile. Thank you. Yeah, they're talking about the synagogue shooting, and they're saying, okay, first off, let's just break this down a little quick, like a little by little. First off, they said maybe they are anti-Semitic. What do these anti-Semites need to do for even your side to say they're anti-Semitic? Is going and doing an active shooting at a synagogue, is that not enough to call it anti-Semitic? Even then, it's maybe they're anti-Semitic. I don't know. We still have to, you know. All right. Anyway, so go ahead.
I wonder what they would say about the attack at the synagogue in Belgium.
Yeah, that's right. Wasn't that
like
that was the one with the
bombing?
bombing? Yeah, right. I saw that. Okay, so anyway, so then it says maybe they're anti-Semitic, but that's Israel's fault for equating Israel with Judaism. So even if this person's willing to admit at very best maybe it's anti-Semitic, even that is Israel's fault. Okay? So I know, I'm doing this thing where I'm using like common sense and logic against these people. I really should stop doing that. Like, we're on social media, we're all supposed to be doing brain rot. And I keep doing this thing where I'm just, you know, asking just logical questions. I'm very, very big on the Socratic method. As you guys see me debate, I do a lot of questioning because I could just call you an idiot, but instead I want you to figure out you're an idiot. Anyways. So I put interesting take. So by your logic, it is justified to bomb many Muslim countries because so many Islamist regimes, governments, groups equate Islam with extremism, right? Right? Like, did I do it right? Because that's what you just said. You said Israel equates this with Judaism, even though Israel is a secular state. But okay, fine. It has the Star of David on the flag. Almost every Muslim country has the crescent moon and star on their flags. And even if they don't, they're very, very clearly Islamic regimes or governments. Or if not governments or regimes, we're talking about groups like Hezbollah, Hamas, PIJ, PRC, Army of Islam, Mujahideen Brigades, PFLP, DFLP, the Houthis, Boko Haram, Daesh. You notice how I can keep going? I didn't even scratch the surface, by the way. You notice how I can just keep naming Islamic terrorist groups? That kind of weird how you can just keep going and going and going. And that was all prevalent ones. I wasn't even naming some, like, kind of not heard ones. Everyone I mentioned, if you know even a little bit, you've heard at least of most of those people. Kind of interesting. Yeah. So, if Israel is equating Israel with Judaism, and so therefore you're allowed to just attack some American synagogue in Michigan, I guess, and attack just American Jewish people because Israel, whatever. So then, honestly, my question wasn't even that great because I said bombing Muslim countries. The equivalent question technically would be, so can Americans go and do an active shooting in a mosque because Muslim countries or regimes or governments or whatever you want to say equate Islam with what they do? Of course, the answer is no. I would never advocate for that. That is disgusting. But by this person, Southpaw's logic, that's what they're saying.
Maybe I'm being told that we need a 500 likes on YouTube goal. So YouTube.
I have no idea how to do that.
If you could just do that. Maybe it just
Let's
means
say-
you tell them to like it.
I really hate it when they say that we should not equate Israel with Judaism. Like, where do these people think Judaism originated?
No, that's not it.
Like, do they think it originated in Europe or something?
I'm not really sure what they think. No, start a poll. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Real quick, thank you for the super chat. The Cinnamon, I hope I said that right. Nick, a lot of the Christian is that apologetics? Is that what it's supposed to say? Channels are wanting to bring you on, but honestly, you and Consternation Cassine will be unstoppable. Rip and tear. Gotta be honest, I don't know who those are, but it sounds good. I'll go on to anyone's channel. I'm okay with it. I don't really attack Christianity. And I get it. They want to come on to either do one of two things. They want to convert me into Christianity, come back, or they are like, very anti-Israel and they want to. The reason I don't attack Christians, because a lot of Muslims ask me, well, how come you're always talking about Islam so much and not Christianity? Because Christians just don't do the things that you are going to talk about Christianity with. They don't do that today. If they ever start doing it, if the Global Terrorist Index, which right now, if you look at the top 15, all but one are Islamic groups. All but one in the top 15 in the entire world. That's the Global Terrorist Index. If that starts to shift even to 50% Christian, I'd be more than glad to start talking about it. But it doesn't. So sure, I could talk about it, but what for? What do you want me to do? Well, the Christians hundreds of years ago did do this. Yeah, of course, Christians have done bad things in history. That's true, for sure. And I'm talking about on a systemic level. I'm not talking about like an individual Christian. On a systemic level, Christians have. But like, what do you want me to do? You want me to like get in a time machine and do a TikTok live back in those times? Sure, we can talk about it. But my problem with Islam is not necessarily what they did in the past. It's that what they did in the past is being brought forward by the contemporary Muslims as well. Anyways, Yosemite, thank you for the super chat. Please keep using logic in your debate style. Appreciate it, man.
Isn't it Yosemite?
It's not spelled that way.
Oh.
So, I'm just assuming. Actually, it is spelled that way. My bad. I thought it was with two T's, not one. Well, I'm re-guarded. What else we got? It was a good day on X, honestly. It was just fun just listening. I made up the same point here. Islamists say by any means necessary a globalized intifada, but then every time they do, literally every single time, the same people say false flag. This is why they'll always be losers, because they pick loser positions and then doubt their very own when that position plays out. Angels of Enlightenment, thank you for the super chat. Please bring logic back. Just be you. Appreciate you. I retweeted Norm Macdonald's very famous tweet. I'm sure you guys know this tweet. It was back in 2016, almost 10 years ago, and this post is still prophetic. What terrifies me, this is Norm Macdonald, what terrifies me is if ISIS were to detonate a nuclear device and kill 50 million Americans. Imagine the backlash against peaceful Muslims. What an incredible prophetic quote. You know what's funny is he's probably was just being funny.
That aged really well.
You know what I mean? Like, he probably was being funny because Norm Macdonald was a very funny guy. And rest in peace. But, man, did he nail it. Because this keeps getting shared over and over because every time it comes up. Did you guys see CNN's headline? Did you guys see their headline about the Muslims who threw the bomb, the IED device, whatever, in New York? It was, I think I have it screenshot, actually. Hold on. I'm going to read you guys this headline from CNN.
My favorite part was Mom Donnie's response, calling it white supremacy.
Yeah, he did actually say that. Oh, where is it? I know I have it here. Here it is.
A Muslim mayor is talking about white supremacy.
Nope, that's not it. Damn it, where is it? Dang, did they get rid of it? Here it is. Check this out. This is their headline. This is CNN's headline. 2 Pennsylvania I'm not changing it at all. I want to make sure. This is their headline. 2 Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. Okay, that's the start. Sounds nice, right? Like, what is this? What's this headline gonna be about? I wonder. Two teenagers, nice warm weather day or abnormally warm weather day, feels good on your skin. I wonder what it's about. Let's keep reading, shall we? But in less than an hour, their lives would drastically change. What happened? They sound so innocent. Why did their lives drastically change? They were just walking in the sun. I don't get it. As the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs during an anti-Muslim protest outside of Mayor Zohran Mamdani's home. That's the headline. Oh, I got it. So terrorists threw bombs. That's really what the headline should be. It should be 2 Muslim terrorists throw bombs in New York City. That should be the headline, right? No, it's the 2 teenagers are walking on this abnormally sunny day and their lives drastically change. Why did their lives drastically change, CNN? What did they do for their... See, when people say, I had a crazy day yesterday, my life drastically changed, the first thing that comes to your mind is something happened to you that was out of your control. And you want to tell your friend, family, whoever's telling you this, what happened? Because in your mind, you're going to think something happened to you. You were mugged, robbed, assaulted, something that changed at least your attitude today. But the thing is they threw the bombs. So their life, of course, literally, I'm not saying they're wrong, it did drastically change. But it's because of their actions. Let's keep reading. Anyways, that's why I reposted the Norm Macdonald quote. Because again, it gives off that whole, it's kind of like the Bondi Beach shooting. How many of these little Islamist simps, cucks, were like, hey, there was a Muslim terrorist attack in Bondi Beach. Oh, what about the Muslim that took the gun away from the guy? What about him? What about him? What about that one Muslim? He tackled the guy and then allowed him to re-grab a new gun and start shooting more people and didn't do anything to stop him. What about that guy? And it's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Nobody thinks that all Muslims are terrorists. And if you do think that, obviously that's insane. If they were all terrorists, we would know. There's 2 billion of them. And if you didn't know that I thought that, I'll say it right now. I do not think all Muslims are terrorists. I think a lot of Muslims can be absolutely incredible people, including heroes. If that wasn't fucking clear. But that being said, you know how insane it is to try to minimize a wrongdoing and us calling it out specifically because it is so prevalent? It's not a onesie twosie thing. It is significant significant enough to talk about for you to try to shut down conversation just by saying like, well, you can't talk about that because, there was this one guy. Okay. Anyways.
I mean, it's not like that one guy was able to stop those deaths that
Right.
happened.
He was a Muslim, but let's talk about the ideology that pushed the other 2 to do that.
And they still tried to say that those shooters were IDF.
Yeah, I know. They were using literally AI pictures it was so obviously AI. It was so fucking... Anyways, let's keep going. Yeah, this one's good. Megyn Kelly.
Oh god, I hate her.
Megyn Kelly
Nobody likes her more than me because I was her biggest fan.
Actually, you know what? Let's watch this video because I think Ben Shapiro does a good job, and you kind of have to watch this video. Because if you only watch Piers and Megan's response to this video, you might think, like, maybe they're right. I want you guys to watch Ben Shapiro's response video to them being who they are, both Piers and Megan. And then I want you to see how they respond.
Trying to cancel us. No.
Check it out. It's going to be a little longer, but let's watch
Josh
it.
says, quote, "Dear Ben, I've been watching a lot of your adversarial interviews lately, and I've noticed that once they run out of arguments, they always fall back on the Israel issue. Yeah, I noticed that too. I noticed this especially in May.
Just gonna pause right there. 100%. Can someone point to me one time ever that Ben Shapiro has called Megyn Kelly an anti-Semite, or has even mentioned in the TPUSA speech at AmFest, which I saw live? Ben was literally like, I was in the front row because I was in the VIP section. He was right there.
He's literally never called her an anti-Semite. I
Never
don't even
once.
think he's ever called her anti-Israel.
I don't know, but
I don't even think he mentioned Israel.
That's the point. That's the point I'm making, because obviously a lot of this really took off after his AmFest speech, which, by the way, I was at AmFest. He, by far, it's not even close, got the biggest standing ovation, celebration. I interviewed over 400 people because I was doing stuff with Daniel Bryan and a lot of stuff. And we were literally just interviewing people. And of that You guys, 1 second. I'm getting a call from someone I don't normally get a call from, so just 1 second. All right, hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
It was my sister being a wise ass, but she called from a different number. So she literally was just like, I'm watching your live right now. I never watch it. And I'm like, on what? And she's like, Instagram. And I'm like, oh, I'm not checking, Amanda. I'm not checking my Instagram comments right now. And she's like, oh, I'm just commenting stupid shit, and you're not answering any of my comments. And I'm like, my sister, this is my oldest sister, by the way. I'm the youngest of four. She's the oldest of four. She's always been extremely protective over me, but she's also a total goofball. She doesn't really take a lot seriously. That being said, and I'll be honest, when it comes to the four kids, when it comes to the two most successful ones, it's the youngest and it's the oldest. So we have that connection a lot. She's amazing. Everyone say hi to Amanda.
Hey, sis-in-law.
She's great. She's just a goofball. And I'm like, are you really interrupting my live right now just to tell me this? I thought it was going to be something serious. She's like, yeah.
Sounds like my sister.
Yeah. Anyways, Madeline, I'm going to switch. Well, I'm going to finish this, but I'm going to switch you out. Did you have anything before I do that, though? I don't want to just drop you.
No.
All right. Thank you so much. You guys, what was I talking about? See, my sister made me forget. Oh, yeah. So he's never called Megyn Kelly an anti-Semite. When he did the AmFest speech, he didn't even mention Israel once. Not once. And the very first thing, everyone other than like maybe one of the people that Ben called out, Bannon, Kelly, Carlson, Owens, all of these people, they all immediately was like, Israel. It's like so insane. They call him Israel first, Ben Shapiro, and he has barely mentioned Israel, and with them, not at all. And they're immediately just like, Israel. Piers Morgan, if you guys saw his response, he immediately was just like, how dare Ben? Ben is only doing this because I don't agree with everything Israel, and if you don't agree with every single little thing Israel does, then they want to cancel you. Can anyone find me? I challenge anyone, because I haven't watched every word Ben Shapiro has said, so maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it. Can someone find me one time Ben Shapiro has ever called for the cancelization? Cancelization. It's not a word, is it? Cancel. Why does that not sound right?
It's fine.
It is, right? It's just
cancellation.
Cancellation, right? I was like, what the fuck? That doesn't sound right. Have you guys ever done that where you say something and you're like, that's not right?
Did you see
cancellation?
The part where she was being a high school drama queen again and saying, I am a journalist, he's a propagandist? Or who said that? Was it Pierce or was it her?
I think it was Pierce. No, I think it was Pierce. Somebody said Candace rubbing off on you. Maybe actually.
It was Pierce.
Stop watching
Megan
her.
was like, he's right. Pierce
Yeah. No. If Candace was rubbing off on me, I would have just kept saying it. The second I said it, I was just kind of like, that's not right. If I was Candace, I would have just kept saying it. Anyways, so yeah, jokes aside, right? He's never once called for it. Ever. And so, anyways, let's keep watching because it's already long and I'm already yapping.
Megyn Kelly's defense of Tucker Carlson, where she claimed that your issue with him and recently her all boiled down to Israel, which I believe is an incorrect characterization. They just find it convenient to blame Israel instead of facing the actual points you are making. My question is, how do you deal with people like this? People that anytime you disagree with them, just say the reason you disagree with them is because of Israel. I like the way Matt Walsh said it, people that are Israel first but from the opposite direction, meaning the first thing they care about is being anti-Israel.
I really like that Matt Walsh said that too. It's a very good point. The real Israel first people are these people that just immediately mention Israel over and over and over and over.
I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So yes, they're lying. Megyn is lying and so is Tucker. I mean, period. They're just lying. Okay. I started originally criticizing Tucker Carlson for his economic programs back in 2018. And then in the more modern post-Fox iteration of Tucker, I started criticizing Tucker over his going to Russia to sniff the bread and kiss Vladimir Putin's ass. My generalized critique of Tucker in the last few months has been, one, he hosted and glossed a Nazi, Nick Fuentes, which doesn't have to do with Israel.
Keyword on glossed, right? I'm glad that Shapiro added that. Thank you so much for the super chat, Angels. Prediction, I see your channel growing massively. You found your path, so stay blessed. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I like that he added that in because it's not even that he had Fuentes on his show. Although I think that's
PBD did that, and he actually
right. PBD actually challenged some of his beliefs, asked him questions, and that's fine. I totally get from one point of view, like Charlie Kirk was very big on don't even give Fuentes the time of day, don't platform him. I get that point of view. I also equally get the point of view. It's like I want to have him on to challenge his beliefs because what do we say in the conservative movement, right? Free speech absolutists in the sense that only if we allow a system where bad ideas can be beaten out by good ideas. And that's how I am. I'd rather have good ideas beat out bad ideas. If you are an intellectual coward and you're not willing to debate, which we're going to get into that soon as I scroll down my X because we're going to talk about Jake Shields here in a little bit. If you want to hate the Jews and you want to say all your Nazi bullshit, the Jews this, Jews that, Jews did 9/11, Jews killed JFK, Jews did everything. Just so you guys know, it was actually always just the Jews. Just if you didn't get that, America doesn't actually have any enemies. Did you guys know that? We've never actually been attacked by anyone. It's all fake. It was actually all just the people that end in Steenberg or whatever. That's according to these people, that's what it is. We actually don't have any enemies. The Barbary Wars, that was probably the Jews too, where Muslims...
What about me, baby? My maiden name is not a Steen or a bird.
No, you too. All Jews. You just don't get it. Did you guys know the Barbary Wars where the Muslims kidnapped and enslaved 1.5 million Europeans and Americans? Mostly Europeans, but Americans too. Brand new country at the start of our nation during Thomas Jefferson's presidency. Did you guys know that was the Mossad? You didn't know that? Well, that's because you're a goy. That's if you just didn't get it, that's why. The Mossad, it didn't exist yet, but fuck you, it doesn't matter actually. It did exist. That was the Mossad. Jesus Christ being killed, that wasn't the Romans, or if you're going, that wasn't the Sadducees, or if you want to say the Pharisees, it really isn't the Pharisees. I don't know why people say Pharisees. Even if you read your Bible, it actually was more the Sadducees. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It wasn't the Sadducees. It wasn't necessarily just the Jewish leadership in Jerusalem. It wasn't the Romans, if you're speaking historically. It wasn't Jesus Christ. 1 second, please, baby. It wasn't Jesus Christ either, by the way, who says in the New Testament, he says to Pontius Pilate, only I have the power to take my life and rise it, and that is given to me by my Father. Okay? It turns out it was actually the Mossad. If you didn't get that it was actually the Mossad. You guys.
Abigail said Aisha was Mossad.
Yeah, did you guys know Muhammad marrying a 6-year-old and fucking a 9-year-old? That was actually the Mossad too.
It was Mossad.
And if
they
you do, and
a
if
little girl in there to ruin everything.
Did you guys know the Mossad? Did you guys know the Mossad? You know, the Jewish intelligence? That's also the Mossad, if you guys didn't know that either.
And the Shin Bet, can't forget.
Yeah. Do you guys know the state of Israel? You know, that country controlled by the Jews? That one's actually true. Pontius Pilate is in the Epstein files. That's also true. Adam and Eve, created by the Mossad, and also in the Epstein files. Yeah, if you guys just don't believe me, it's just because you're goy slaves.
That flood, definitely us.
Flood was the Mossad.
You know, the famous flood, you know?
Yeah, all of it. All right.
It has to do with glazing a Nazi.
Oh, right. I never even got to my point. The point is that Tucker Carlson had Fuentes on, and when he said stuff like, oh, yeah, Stalin, I'm a big fan, he just goes, yeah, we'll get back to that, never gets back to it. But then he goes to, like, Mike Huckabee or Ted Cruz. What's the population of Iran? I don't know. You don't know what the population. Why wouldn't you know that? It's 92 million. Why wouldn't you know that? You wanna topple a regime, but you don't even know the population of the country? I mean, come on! Like, that's Ted Cruz when he's talking to somebody he doesn't like. But Nick Fuentes, yeah, you like Stalin, whatever, no biggie.
Fuentes. And then I did a speech at Heritage in which I went through the fact that Tucker Carlson is in no way, shape, or form a traditional conservative. That he's a conspiratorial near-anarchist at this point, seeking to tear down the fundamental ideas and institutions of the United States. Go watch the Heritage speech. I believe Israel is mentioned once in a 35-minute speech that is all about Tucker's general view of the world and how it does not represent traditional conservatism in any way. Megyn is even more dishonest. I've literally never, not once, mentioned Megyn Kelly. Never in the context of Israel.
Yep.
Ever.
That's what I said. You never even said she was anti-Israel.
My critique of Megyn Kelly began when, and again, go back and watch the tape because it's all on tape, gang. Go back and watch the tape. Megyn wanted me to come and do one of her live events, which we did for free, obviously. It came down as a favor to Megyn because Megyn and I were friendly. And, of course, we'd had a long-standing business relationship in which we had really, really helped her launch her business, which she freely...
I'm gonna, at the risk of this being too fast, I'm gonna go to 1.25. I can't do, like, 2 times because it's Ben Shapiro.
It might be too fast even then. You could probably do 1.15.
No, let's try it out.
He admits, or admitted at the time, I don't know if she does anymore. She used to have me on her Fox News show sometime.
I think we're okay. I just want, this is a long video, but I want to play the whole thing.
1.2.
Nah, we're gonna do 1.25. I don't even think I can do 1.2. It doesn't.
You can customize it.
No, you can't. Not on X.
Now I see she's taking credit for my entire career. Well, you know, congrats, Megyn, I suppose. See if you're happy about your decisions. I disagree about my career trajectory, but that's fine. If you want to take credit, sure. In any case, my critique of Megyn on the stage was, why don't you call out Candace Owens for implicating Erica Kirk in the murder of Charlie Kirk? That was my critique on the stage. And why don't you call out Tucker Carlson for glazing Nick Fuentes, the leading enemy of Charlie Kirk? Because Nick Fuentes hated, despised Charlie Kirk, and the feeling was mutual. That was my critique of Megyn. And then she went on to claim that I was lying about Candace, and that actually Candace was even, quote-unquote, defending, in her own way, Erica.
Ben Shapiro's got to be 2025's most vindicated man. How much was he right about? Yeah.
If you don't mind, somebody asks, is your girlfriend on every show? Yeah.
Well, you're my wife, but yeah. Thank you for Yosemite. Thank you for the super chat. Nick, please do your Tucker impression for us. I'll do it again later. I just did it. I can't do it too much, or I fuck up. Brendan, thank you so much for the super chat. Your Tucker impression is spot on. Thank you.
Kirk. Well, that didn't age amazing, as it turns out. And then at TPUSA, I called out Candace and Tucker for refusing to call out Candace Owens for what she had been doing to Erica Kirk, for refusing to tell the truth on issues and instead programming toward the clicks, for their unique cowardice in making conspiratorial claims without evidence about, say, Jeffrey Epstein and President Trump. I did not mention Israel one time in the TPUSA speech. 0 is the number of times I mentioned Israel. So,
I was there.
What's actually happening is that there is a game that has now emerged on this part of the right. The game goes something like this. I don't accuse you of anti-Semitism.
If you're not listening to this point, maybe you're just kind of like, sometimes we blank out. Just listen to this, okay? Because this is really the part where Ben really nails it.
I don't accuse you of anti-Semitism.
Wait, one more.
You did not mention Israel one time in the TPUSA speech. 0 is the number of times I mentioned Israel. So here's what's actually happening. What's actually happening is that there is a game that has now emerged on this part of the right. The game goes something like this. I don't accuse you of anti-Semitism. You instead claim that I did. And then you say, how dare he call me an anti-Semite? He's trying to cancel me. It's the Jussie Smollett of political claims. You attack yourself, and then you claim that I attacked you as an anti-Semite. That's absurd. I think that Tucker Carlson has fostered...
That's such a boss-ass, like, quote. It's the Jussie Smollett of this shit. That's hilarious.
Anti-Semitism by having on some of the worst anti-Semites in America over and over and over, and then essentially laundering their views. I have never remotely called Megyn Kelly an anti-Semite, nor, by the way, did I call Piers Morgan an anti-Semite. I said that his show is the Jerry Springer of politics, a clown car of stupidity, and it is. That's all. That's literally all. I didn't say that he should be taken down. I didn't say that people should stop watching his show if they want to. I said I did not wish to appear in the clown car of stupidity, which seems to me an aspect of free speech. I don't have to associate with Piers' dumb show. I mean, lots of people like...
Once again, Ben Shapiro nails it. It's so true. You do not, and the right is just as guilty of this. The left does it a lot. The right does it. So many people do it. When they use their free speech to say something, every time when someone responds back with their opinion, so many times you hear it. It's my free speech. I can say it. Nobody said you should be arrested, Piers. First off, you're from the UK. You might actually get arrested if you told the truth once in a while, but you're so fucking got Islam's cock down your fucking throat. Anyways, maybe he's just afraid of getting arrested. Megyn Kelly, no one's saying that you should get arrested. Tucker Carlson, no one's saying that you... He's criticizing your show, your views, your lack of actions, whatever. That is Ben Shapiro's...
say your show should be off the air.
Right. That is Ben Shapiro's First Amendment right, just as much as your First Amendment right to lie about what Ben is saying. To say, well, Ben called me an anti-Semite. Again, Ben's right. Not once. He never did. I even retweeted and said, can somebody just find me one example of Ben... Actually, I said, give me one example of Ben ever calling for Piers' show to be canceled. Just give me one example. Couldn't get anyone. It was just a bunch of, like...
He said he won't go on it.
Right. And so, it's really weird when people invoke, like, the First Amendment so incorrectly. The First Amendment means you get to say what you want. Like, you can say, I hate Donald Trump, and not be arrested for it, or punished or something. It's not you saying, I hate Donald Trump, and then people in your comment section saying, well, I hate you, or something. That's not impeding your First Amendment. People also have the First Amendment to say, like what Ben is saying here.
Good for him. And Piers measures his morality by clicks, and so I assume he sleeps fine tonight. That's fine. That's his prerogative. It's a free country. But let's be real. The tactic that is currently being used by all of these figures is a preemptive claim that people are calling you anti-Semitic, and then they say, and I'm not anti-Semitic. Really, they're just mad at me because of Israel. So it's a two-step, none of which is true. I didn't call Megyn anti-Semitic. I didn't call Piers anti-Semitic. I didn't even critique Megyn on her Israel position. In fact, Megyn and I have had many conversations off the air about Israel and the situation in the Middle East, in which I said to her that I think that many of her critics over her policies on Israel up till now...
I don't think the rest really matters. If you guys want to watch the rest, it's on his thing from 12 hours ago. I just want to get on. So Megyn Kelly responds to this video saying, poor little Ben, and I do mean little, desperate for me to protect him. Just...
He's such a bitch.
Total...
Why is
one
she
second.
talking about his...
One second. Just total gaslighting. He literally never said anything about you protecting him. Anyways, and she puts, can you imagine being this emasculated sad? And of course she's getting just bodied in the comments. Like, you can look at comments and go, right here, you can adjust by likes. Because sometimes it will... it'll show you what your algorithm is. So sometimes you'll be like, oh, you're getting bodied in the comments, but really it's because maybe you're a Zionist and you go by likes and it turns out like the top comments are like agreeing with her. Not these ones. Nope. Dave Rubin is top one. How grotesque you become. Here it is. Ben criticized... Oh, here we go. Ben criticized Megyn's character. Megyn's response is a nasty ad hominem attack. She reminds me of some evil Disney character. Truly sad to watch. Next one. And I haven't even read all these, so I don't even know if this is that or that. Megan will do anything but call out the demon Candace Owens, who is now attacking Erica Kirk's dying, ill mother. Ben is right, and you are wrong yet again. What is so complicated, Megan? Ben was right about you not defending Erica. You aren't the victim, Megan. You never were. Which, by the way, very true. Listen, if Megan wanted to pretend Ben was lying, we all saw the clip when he went on the Megyn Kelly show. Well, it wasn't like, it was her show, but she did it on like a stage in front of an audience. We all saw the clip. Ben said, she's like, are you suggesting Candace is attacking Erica? And Ben goes, yes, and TPUSA, and he goes over the whole thing. And then Megan not only says, I haven't seen that, she goes on the next day to say that Ben's a liar, and that she found out not just that that's wrong, she said, I can't believe she said this, that Candace is actually defending Erica. And you know what? I can accept all that. We all make mistakes. Megan is not immune from them. That's not where Megan, well, actually, I've been calling out Megan for a while. I was telling my wife for over a year at this point now, but I was telling her Megan is gone, and she was kind of like, no, she'll come back. And I'm like, she's gone. I'm telling you. Anyways, Megan not only gets it wrong, but she doesn't just come out and say, you know what, I was wrong about that. She doesn't even have to be like, you know, full on Ben side. She can just say, I was wrong about this. I think it's wrong, but I'm just not going to get into it. That would have been good enough. I'm sure she still would have gotten some hate, like, why aren't you willing to get into it? But that would have been good enough. But instead, she makes all these excuses. I don't know if Candace has something on Megyn Kelly. Candace is a very vindictive person. Trust me, I know people in the industry who literally worked for Candace's team. Maybe I'll get into that in a little bit. No, I'll get into that right now. I know, personally, I did a podcast with somebody who their makeup artist was the makeup artist for Candace for years. And even back then, when Candace wasn't even in drama, they told me stuff, showed me things that were very... She's the diva of the political commentating world, if you will. That's who she's always been, and she's always jumped from click to click to like to Jewish money to keep it real. She's been following Jewish money literally everywhere until it didn't work out, I guess, for her. She started hating on them. Anyways, we'll get into that in a little bit. Thank you for the super chat, Smarv18. What do you think of all these conservative organizations hiring groypers and creeps? I think it's disgusting. I think it's awful. We as conservatives, we should have a moral border. Okay, just like we advocate for our national border, we should have a moral border. And that border should be within our party as conservatives, not necessarily even Republicans, just conservatives. We should be able to say, just as much as we say pedophilia is wrong and the whole trans movement with kids is wrong, which it is, should also be able to say, I don't know, Nazis are wrong? Is that a crazy take? Can we say that? I don't understand. I don't care if they bring votes, maybe or maybe not. I don't know. Nick Fuentes is telling his base to vote for Democrats, but whatever. I don't care if they bring votes. I'd rather lose votes and keep my moral borders secure than to give up my ideology just so I can maybe get a vote or two. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, Candace Owens says Lori Franzve, that's Erica's maiden name, is a fraud like the daughter she raised. Like, just straight up attacking Erica. And Megan, to this day, her excuse is, well, I don't want to attack Candace because she's a young mother. Oh, you mean like Meghan Markle? Pretty sure Meghan Markle's a young mother. Pretty sure you've attacked her your entire fucking career, Megan. Kind of weird. Yeah. Anyways, this woman even divorced her third husband on paper only. Again, why does this matter? How does this prove that Charlie was killed by Freemason, Israeli, French, Egyptian airplane, beekeeping Mormon, maroon shirt wearing CIA agent, Fort Huachuca going USA military operations? Like, how does this prove any of this? Because she wanted to achieve business contracts designated for independent females. Larry Ginta and her are still together. He takes care of her. Every person who knows Lori describes her as vile and as someone who is willing to do anything for money and power. Curated videos of her in a wheelchair were likely directed by her, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's disgusting. If you guys look at the videos, it's literally just this frail, old, ill woman. And that's who she's making fun of. Anyways, let's keep reading. These are the top comments, you guys. You saw me. I clicked it. These are top comments. These aren't like filtered to be pro-Israel, whatever. He had facts and quotes. You make fun of his appearance. You're a clown. Let's see. Let's keep reading until we get to a pro-Meghan one. Why don't you actually answer his claim? First, he criticized you for not defending Erica Kirk, and indeed you actually defended Candace, her attacker. You never answered that. You pretended it was about Israel. Now he criticizes you for pretending it's about Israel. And you still don't answer. You just insult him for his size and his masculinity, just as you insulted him for his popularity. One of these days, you should actually answer him honestly. Nope, that's not it. Let's keep going. Meghan, this is the most embarrassing. Nope, that's not it. Let's keep going. This is the best you can come up with. That's not it. Can you imagine trying to win the approval of these guys? That's not it either. That's hilarious, though. Grandma Groiper. When did it become acceptable to respond to criticism of character as such personally?
Yeah. She's not a grandma.
Yeah, she is.
She's not.
Yeah, she is. Yep, this isn't pro-Meghan. Let's see, how about this one? Nope, this isn't pro-Meghan. That's hilarious, though. Megyn Kelly, honest journalism grift. Let's see, that's not pro-Meghan.
I think it's mixed. I do think she's into the grifts and the hits. But I also think she really does have this. No, but I really do think she has this attitude problem where you're going to criticize me? Okay, bet. Like, it's just one of those weird oppositional defiance.
Right. Yep. Every tweet of yours proves you can't address. That's not it. That's not it. Let's see. This one, don't have to like Ben to admit he's spot on. That's not it. He criticized Martin. He criticized his height. That's not it. This isn't it. This isn't it. I'm just going to stop because you guys are probably getting bored. I don't know if she has a even kind of top comment that is defending her. Let me just scroll down a lot. Let's see if we can find one. I just read all the comments. 95% of them are embarrassed for you. Yeah, literally, let's just keep scrolling. Nope, none of these. She's just getting fucking bodied in the comment section, and she fucking deserves it, okay? So let's go back to what I was originally bringing up. So she says, again, poor little Ben, and I do mean little, desperate for me to protect him. Can you imagine being this emasculated? So I said, literally everyone, even Meghan fans in the comments, okay, but like, can you answer Ben's claims because he has a point? Meghan, no, I don't think I will. And Meghan can't, and I said Meghan can't even protect Charlie's legacy or widow because of something about young mother, but thinks Ben is asking for protection. Yeah, that's insane. This was by my good friend, Moderate Case. You guys should know Moderate. If you don't, you should follow him. He put, I wonder what ideology is responsible for these shootings and terrorist attacks over the last few weeks. Spoiler alert, it's Islam. But I decided to do a little experiment because I was kind of curious. So I asked ChatGPT. All I do is I send... oh, sorry, you guys can't see it, huh? One sec. All I do is I put in here the screenshot of his post, right? And I say, see screenshot and answer his question with one word only, right? And so ChatGPT, I know it's super zoomed in, so I'll just go back out, you guys, because you're not going to be able to see it because it's all super zoomed in, but whatever. ChatGPT says extremism to Moderate's question. That's the answer, extremism. Gemini, send the exact same thing, answer, extremism. Grok, I said the same thing. Literally exact same copy-paste. See screenshot and answer his question with one word. Grok says Islamism. I just thought that was an interesting experiment. Grok seems to be... I'm not defending Grok in all ways. Grok gets a lot of stupid shit wrong because it does pull from... how do I say this? It pulls from tweets. However, I'm just saying in this simple way, I just thought it was interesting how it answered more honestly. Because that's literally the answer. When you look at the these radical shootings and terrorist attacks, it's literally Islamists. Every single fucking time. And for those that are hypersensitive, I said Islamists. I get it. I know I have Muslims in the chat. Well, I'm not a terrorist. I know you're not. It's okay. I didn't say Muslims. I didn't even say I said Islamists. Calm down. Just so happens to be. What about Claude, Nick? I didn't check Claude. Number one AI? Psh, doubt it. Honestly, AI's fucking slop anyways. AI's all slop. I use AI at very best as a tool. I'm not going to pretend I've never used it. Of course I do. But people need to start realizing it's more of a tool than it is a end-all be-all. You know what? You know how I know AI is fucking sloppy? Because sometimes to quickly look for something, like, hypothetically, I'm like, I know I've seen this report or article before, but I can't find it. I'm not going to try to, like, find it again. So I'll go to, like, I don't know, whatever, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever. So some AI. And be like, hey, I know I read this report in the past that says, and I'll give as much information as I can remember it saying. And then it'll be like, yeah, here's the source. I click the link. I'd say about 30 to 40% of the time, it gets it wrong. And I'm like, dude, that's not even what I said. And I have to keep going and going and going until finally I usually end up getting it. And it's like, that's why these people that try to debate against me and they say these things, well, you're wrong. I just looked it up. I'm like, what'd you look it up on? USA Facts. Did you? I got it off ChatGPT and I just read it. Okay. Thank you. Use it as a tool. If it works, it works. But don't just read from it and be like, I'm done. Found it. AI revolutionized software development. Yeah, I got that. But that you're proving my point, because people that use it for software development stuff, they understand this concept of using it as a tool and not just being an end-all be-all, right? I'm not talking about people that use it. Of course, it does amazing, incredible things. I'm not hating on AI. I'm hating on how certain people use AI. Anyways. Yeah, this guy right here tries to tell me that Tel Aviv is just, all gone. Except what's interesting is I looked at this video and this certain part of...
Can you play Mia's video?
Sure, one sec. The second half of that video, because I recognized it, was from last year of June, and it wasn't even Tel Aviv, it was Bat Yam. And as for the first half, which it did look like Tel Aviv, it was really just 2 videos with different angles of the exact same building with some sad music. And it's so funny. I think they think that we think that no missiles landed. Of course they did. There are destroyed buildings in Tel Aviv. There are cars that are destroyed in Tel Aviv. There are buildings that have pretty much all but collapsed in Tel Aviv. That is true. The problem with what they're saying is they find these same 5 to 6 videos. They make dozens out of it because they'll just take the same building at different angles and they'll put it in different videos to make it seem like different buildings. And they'll take these same exact buildings with these multiple videos that we all know exist. No one has denied that it doesn't exist. And they'll come up. You guys, if you've been watching the live for a while now, someone earlier came up. Most of Tel Aviv has been completely destroyed. It's like, really? Most?
Also, even though we're all good, there are some people who have been unalived and injured. So, we pray for those people.
This one I thought was pretty funny. I thought I did pretty well with this. So Mehdi Hassan right here says,
play Mia's video. It's
baby, I will play it in a second, please. Okay. So Mehdi Hassan says, just read this and just try to listen to what Mehdi Hassan says here, okay? You're not under attack in a vacuum. Your country launched an attack, an illegal war of aggression, and the country you attacked is retaliating. It's called cause and effect. Okay, that's pretty interesting coming from a pro-Pally. So then I put, holy shit! Mehdi Hassan turns on Gaza and calls them out. Mehdi Hassan has told Palestinians that the counters were the cause and effect from the attack on October 7th and... Oh, wait, never mind. He's saying this to Israel. I guess his stance of his is one directional, which I thought was pretty funny, because it's like both him and Cenk did this also like a week ago. Cenk had a tweet that pretty much said the exact same thing, where he goes, you don't get to attack a country and then whine when they attack back. Don't be victims, talking to Israelis. And it's like, wow, how tone deaf. Like, what? That's crazy. I'm going to keep going. We'll get to Mia's video because I reposted it. Oh, yeah. Here's the people saying, oh, it's a false flag attack. The shooting at the synagogue. You want to know what their proof is? Because the FBI did active shooter training 2 months ago at this place. And it's funny how much these Islamists debunk themselves. because they think it's so weird that synagogues have to do active shooter drill training. They think that's not a thing at all. So why would the one time they did drill training at a synagogue, it happens to be the same one that gets shot up 2 months later? But these idiots don't realize, and I showed it here, that a lot of synagogues do this. You know why? Because Islamist terrorists can't seem to stop attacking them. And so, in their attempt to call this a false flag because of this crazy, oh, they did active shooter training there, what a coincidence. Yeah, turns out that they have to do that because you guys are barbaric people. Also, call me crazy, but if you're gonna do a false flag, I guess they're saying the FBI did the false flag, and with the, you know, help of the Jews, and of course the Mossad. Gotta add the Mossad in. If you're gonna do a false flag attack, why would you do training that minimizes the false flag attack? Wouldn't you? One, it would make you look suspicious, so why would you even do that? Two, why would you be like, all right, we're going to do a false flag attack, which means we have to have some dead bodies to justify whatever they think. I'm sure they're going to say the false flag was to justify continuing bombing, I don't know, Muslim countries. I don't know, whatever their thought is. So why would you train the people that you're going to sacrifice for this false flag attack how to survive, which clearly it works. Thank God. Everyone was okay. There was an injury, but that's it. And the security took out the Islamist Muslim terrorist guy. But yeah, okay, whatever. Anyways, here's Mia's video. It's really funny. Let's take a look.
Yes, Tom, reporting to you live from Tel Aviv. Heavy censorship is in place as the Israeli government is trying to hide the truth. The sirens have stopped going off, the Iron Dome isn't working anymore, and the city is all rubble. Quite an apocalyptic scene here as Tel Aviv has been completely flattened. Iran is winning the war. Everyone is dead. I'm not doing this. Just post one of the AI videos.
The comedic timing is everything.
So anyways, I talked to her about this because me and I are friends. Yeah, this is pretty much when she posted it. So this is from yesterday. This is Tel Aviv. So like
Please
all
do it
these.
one more time.
Sure. Here's one more
The
time.
music and the camera.
Yes, Tom, reporting to you live from Tel Aviv. Heavy censorship is in place as the Israeli government is trying to hide the truth. The sirens have stopped going off, the Iron Dome isn't working anymore, and the city is all rubble. Quite an apocalyptic scene here as Tel Aviv has been completely flattened. Iran is winning the war. Everyone is dead. I'm not doing this. Just post one of the AI videos.
Yeah, so that's long story short, Tel Aviv's fine. All these people telling you Tel Aviv is boom boom Tel Aviv or whatever they say.
We have a live reporting right now.
Hi. What's up?
Just show everybody Tel Aviv. Very nice. Oh, the birds are chirping. Okay.
Wait, hold on one sec. Gotta show them. Show it again.
Just a second. Just.
This is clearly AI by the Mossad, just so you guys know. Tel Aviv is actually all gone. Nope doesn't really exist. She's a fake person. Those birds are Mossad agents in bird disguise.
Oh, sorry for the birds. We have a lot of them.
See, did you guys hear? That's not even a real Israeli accent. Come on.
I don't have that.
She's a colonizer, you guys. Yeah.
I'm the whitest colonizer in
the whitest of the white.
The whitest colonizer.
I am.
She speaks like 7 languages, so.
But I was born in Uzbekistan, so what you can say now?
She was born in a stan? Yeah, that is what a Mossad agent would say.
I was born in a stan.
Chili.
She said, did you guys hear that Israeli accent? She said, sorry for the I can't even do it. Birds. Sorry for the birds.
Sorry for the birds. The birds.
Sorry for the birds.
The birds.
What is the problem?
Slicha.
Okay, Nick, can you please speak Hebrew?
ככה. אני לומד עברית. אני לומד עברית באינטרנט. That is all I got.
אתה כבר
Look
לא
at
לומד
Israel.
עברית באינטרנט, שקרן.
Look at Israel. Oh my God. Destruction.
Wait, just be
I just
careful. I see missiles coming at your face. Just.
Oh. We have.
I'll just
we
add
have
that in the AI later. It's fine.
We have a new thing. It's called the Pakedom. So whenever we see a missile, we can actually intercept it by ourselves.
MashaAllah.
They can't believe it.
MashaAllah, Habibti.
The thing that I wanted, Nick, you make me so insecure about my poor English. The thing that I wanted
He's just teasing
say,
you.
Pretty sure your English is significantly better than my Hebrew, so I don't think I'm in a place to talk.
I know. And when you guys will come to Israel, we will handle it.
I was supposed to be there next week.
I know, חיים שלי. So the thing that I wanted to say, because I don't want to waste your time now, you are so big and, you know. So last night, like a few hours ago, there was, I'm sure you heard about the Zarzir hit. There was attack on the north, and Zarzir is a Bedouin village. 300 homes got hit, and 32 people were injured.
Bedouins?
Bedouin, Zarzir.
Yeah.
A few hours ago, I sent you, Nick, a message on WhatsApp when it happened.
Seriously?
Yeah, 32 injured. Most likely 2 or 3 medium state, but 300 houses were it like affected 300 houses.
Right.
So sad.
And it's, yeah, you just can see Zarzir. It's called Zarzir.
Yeah, you
It's up to 57. I didn't saw it. Oh, I see now 60 injured. 300 houses were damaged.
Oh, geez, there I see
Direct
it.
hit.
Okay, we're gonna show everybody. תודה, חיים שלי.
Have a nice day, guys.
You too. Be careful out there with the devastation. You know, it's like Gaza.
Oh, we have shelters every corner. Okay, though.
Okay.
Bye, mommy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. This one was very interesting. I'm not gonna play the video because I also put it in words right here. Chunk Yogurt, it's like I like to call him. Chunk Yogurt says, and I quote, "There's an active shooter in a synagogue in Michigan." Okay. He has exchanged fire with security. True. These type of attacks are the worst thing anyone can do. It's deeply immoral. It goes counter to any principles of peace and safety. If he stopped right there, that would have been amazing. Would have been a great message. I would have even reposted it and been like, you know what, Chunk? Okay, I don't like you, but that was a good message. But unfortunately, Chunk can never stop. And he goes on. It's widely counterproductive. Let's stop right there. What does that mean? You're not going to describe trying to slaughter Jews in synagogue, and I'm pretty sure it's the biggest synagogue in America, if not one of the biggest. You're not going to call it evil, disgusting terrorism. Evil, disgusting terrorism.
Friends who are members of that synagogue.
Yeah, you can't. No, it's counterproductive, you guys. Okay, not evil, not terrorism, not disgusting, not evil, disgusting terrorism. It's because it's counterproductive. Okay. And then he says, and it divides Americans. All right, let's talk about it. So naturally I put, an active shooter in a synagogue divides Americans. How the fuck does that divide Americans, Chunk? Just tell us who is divided by that. Is it average Americans or your side of Islamists apologizing cucks? Pretty sure normal Americans are not divided by this, which I truly believe. I truly believe that. Normal, average Americans, even those that maybe even be kind of anti-Israel, not so much that they be fucking foaming at the mouth, even they are not divided by this. So what in the fuck does that even mean? Of course, I doubt, I mean, I'll check. Maybe he's made a post since then about this.
Ajax is right. You got to ask yourself, counterproductive to what?
Right, exactly. Counterproductive to what? And dividing Americans, what does that even mean? Okay, his newest from 2 minutes ago. I've never seen anyone as blind as Israelis. They attack wildly against all their neighbors. They occupy them, take their land, kill them in great numbers. But the whole time they're really convinced that they're the victims. And they think anyone who criticizes them must be evil. I'm going to answer this right now. That is interesting, Chunk. I almost thought you were talking about the Islamic colonization of the MENA region. But of course, it is always about the Jews with you. Chunk. I cracked myself up. I'm my biggest fan. Anyways, let's see, what else did he put? The ceaseless gaslighting from the establishment is a weight on our chest. We're drowning in propaganda things. Okay, so still didn't answer it. Our media tells us nope, didn't answer it. John Kirby, first 6 days of the war has cost us. Oh, that's interesting. First 6 days of this war has cost us $11.3 billion. That's nearly $2 billion a day. That's actually kind of true. Should we have gone with Obama's plan of diplomacy? Because just so everyone knows, in the first week after Obama, he sent the IRGC $30 billion. Fact check it, it's accurate. So Chunk is upset because this costs $11.3 billion. So he'd rather go the other route, which is effectively a deal, which cost us $30 billion in the same time period. Plus, of course, a lot more in billions and billions and billions after that. I'm just saying the first week to compare it. 6 days to 7 days, whatever. So, okay, cool. Yeah, sure, Chunk. God, if I ever meet that guy, I'm calling him fucking Chunk. Yeah, so I checked. He never answered it. I don't really know what he meant when he said it divided Americans. Here it is right here. Yeah, never answered it. I don't know what he meant by it, you guys. I don't know what he meant by counterproductive. Counterproductive to what? I don't know what he meant when he said dividing Americans. Laura Loomer says, Chank, this is the type of attack you encourage every day with your nonstop bashing of Jews and Zionists. You're just another menacing Muslim with blood on your hands. Laura's a little insane, but I gotta say, sometimes I enjoy listening to her or reading her posts. I'm not gonna lie. He did answer that. I tell people all the time on the show that this has nothing to do with religion, that Jewish Americans are our brothers and sisters. Oh, yeah, sure. And some of the best fighters for peace. You say hateful things about Muslims 24/7 and encourage wars and genocides that get people killed. Wow. Fucking talk about buzzword count. You guys know back in the day, for those in my TikTok chat that have been watching me for a long time, you guys remember when I used to do, what was it called? Like buzzword bingo? You guys remember that? You remember that, babe? Baby there?
Yeah, I remember.
I'm all alone. Oh. Yeah, anytime, what we would do is we bring guests up, people who wanted to participate. I had a whole website where it was called Buzzword Bingo, and it would generate a random bingo card, but it would be filled with the buzzwords that we hear. So anytime a pro-pally who was debating used a buzzword, people would mark it off, and then they would try to get bingo. It was actually...
But it was way more fun because those were the days where they would come up by like the dozens, and like they'd all say the same thing. So like your chance of getting bingo was very good.
Yeah, it was when that was all anyone was talking about. It wasn't like also like Iran and politics. It was literally just that.
Yeah.
Okay, this girl, her name is literally Village Crazy Lady. She's insane. She's a big Candace supporter. she says right here, because Donald Trump says that he's been briefed on Iranian sleeper cells inside the United States. He says we know where most of them are. We've got our eyes on all of them, I think. Probably not all of them, but that actually is true. America, even under Obama and now blah, 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 has actually been really good at tracking these sleeper cells. Anyways, Mel, because she doesn't know how any fucking shit works, she puts, if they know where they are, why wouldn't they just go and arrest them? So I tried to explain it in monkey stupid terms for her, so she gets it. I said, let me explain this to you like you're an idiot. You are, by the way. You are arrested. I'm saying this in quotes. They go up to these sleeper cells. They have no real proof over. They have understanding, of course, because sometimes you can, as an agency, especially post 9/11, they can have understanding, but that's not the same thing as a court of law and due process. So you are arrested. But what did I do? You're planning something. Okay, so prove it. We could, but decided to arrest you first instead and then hope it will just hold up in court. Mel is a R word. Because that's stupid. Because we are not Nazi Germany. We have due process here. And any good lawyer can get these people off just based off of a, well, we kind of see that you exist and we have a little bit of evidence, but nothing strong. The goal is to obviously not wait so long that they actually activate and do stuff. The goal is to watch them so you can stop them at that time, which happens a lot more than you guys think. A lot of times this doesn't really make the news unless you're trying to find it because, again, it didn't happen, so it's not really strong news. They do this a lot. That's the whole point, because then they can arrest and prosecute them, deport them, whatever, because now they have the evidence. If you arrest them early on, I know that sounds weird, but again, we're not Nazi Germany. We have due process. A lot of lawyers can get them off. In fact, do you guys know that one of the terrorists of 9/11, weeks before, maybe months before, there was actually an FBI agent who wanted to put in a warrant to observe this guy's computer because he thought he was a terrorist? By the way, just so you guys know, this same guy was the reason we knew he was a terrorist, among some other people that the FBI was investigating, is because Israel told us. For all those people that say, oh, Israel did 9/11. Just so you guys know, a month or two before 9/11, Israel gave us a list of, I think it was like 15 to 20 operatives that were terrorists operating in America. And just because they're our friends, they were literally like, hey, just so you guys know, we've been tracking these people. They're in your country. 4 of those people were 9/11 terrorists. So it's kind of interesting because it's like, they're like saying 9/11, Israel did 9/11. So then why did Israel, again, Israel didn't know about that, but they gave us a list, 4 of them being 9/11 terrorists. Why would they do that? Were they just really, really, really hoping that they still got through with their secret diabolical plan to do 9/11? Were they just hoping and it was like, yes, America didn't do anything with the information? Anyways, let's see. This is just the update on the active shooter I pointed out. This is when the news was breaking about the active shooter. Oh, this one was great. This one actually did really well. It says 143,000 views. Mehdi Hassan, who is a coward, because as you guys can see right, or you can't really see it. You can, okay, whatever. Point is he turns off his comment section. You cannot reply to him because he's a coward. But, of course, you can't turn off, like, reposting, so you can repost him. Mehdi Hassan goes, the Gaza playbook applied to a major Arab capital city that was once called the Paris of the Middle East. War crime upon war crime. He's talking about Beirut, just so you guys know. And he's right. Beirut was known as the Paris of the Middle East. You guys want to know why it's not called the Paris of the Middle East anymore? It's because of Islam. Literally, when it was called the Paris of the Middle East, it was when Christians controlled Lebanon. And it was a Christian country. And it was beautiful. Go look at Beirut during the 70s and 80s. Beautiful. Amazing. The women were not abused or tortured or any of this fucking bullshit. Literally. And by the way, this isn't like me just saying this. Go look it up. Literally, this is why they don't call it the Paris of the Middle East anymore. Literally, because it was right after Islam took over. And then you get groups like Hezbollah and stuff like that. Anyway, so I put to Mehdi, why did they stop calling it the Paris of the Middle East, Mehdi? Why did they stop calling it the Paris of the Middle East, Mehdi? I wonder if he answered. Of course he didn't, but let's see. Maybe he did. Nope. These are some pretty funny ones, though. Look at this. To be fair, Beirut is still the Paris of the Middle East because Paris turned into the Beirut of Europe. That shit had me dying when I first read that. I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. They did a little reverse. You know what I mean? It was called the Paris of the Middle East when Paris was really nice and European and all that. And now Paris is just straight up fucking Muslim fucking adjacent now. And so now Beirut, yeah, technically that's true. Here it is. Because they started calling Paris the Beirut of the West. I bet Mehdi thinks the term Black September refers to a fashion fad. Because the Middle East is now Paris or London. And now Paris is the Beirut of Europe. Yeah, this is hilarious. Anyways, shocking news. Mehdi did not answer me. I know it sucks. Oh, well. Here we go. Let's talk about the real fun now. Then we can get into maybe a little bit of Umingle, and then we'll end the live. So, I have to scroll down a little bit for this one. Right here. Actually... Wait, what do you mean the post is unavailable? Did he delete it? Oh, what a fucking coward. He deleted his post. Oh, God, what a... Oh, what a coward. Okay, all right. I'll scroll down and find it manually like a heathen, I get. Oh, my God, he really just deleted. Did he delete everything? I know he blocked me, but I should still be able to see the post. Well, let me see.
Do you want me to check?
No, he deleted them. What a coward. All right, I remember what they said, so I'll just tell you guys. He's just a fucking coward. Anyway, so Jake Shields, I reposted something here. And it wasn't really related to what I said. It just, I remember I posted. He put something like, Israel is going to attack California with drones. Be warned. Of course, that's literally not true. It came from nothing other than his ass. And I put right here, coward alert. After destroying Sneeko, Jake was offered a chance to debate me. Facts. I even offered to do a 2v1 to even out the playing field for him by having a friend on his side. Because it's not fair to have me debate even 2v1, but definitely 1v1. I would destroy him. He said no. Jake can't stand on his bullshit propaganda. He just makes shit up like this. And then that's where he said Israel was going to attack California. And then he says, again, it's deleted, but right here it used to say Jake came out and was like, I don't even know who you are and you're lying. Nobody offered me to debate you, blah, blah, blah. Fortunately for Jake, I'm like Candace Owens, but the opposite, I guess. I have the receipts. I said, Jake, maybe you should not lie when I have the receipts. It's cool, coward. Here it is right here. Sean Kelly, Sean Kelly, I think his name is. Yeah. He came out to me and he's like, I saw your Sneeko debate. I'd love to have you on the show. He didn't even say anything about a debate yet. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to be on your show because he lives relatively close to me. And so... all of a sudden he goes, can also line up a debate for you against Kenny Coe or Jake Shields. And I said, can I do a 2v1? I know that sounds like a joke, but I think it'd be cool for your show. And also, to be honest, I think those two together have a normal IQ only when combined. Sean says, yeah, I think it would be fun. And then we moved over to WhatsApp and he put, got you. I spoke with Kenny Coe. I said, not going to lie, I don't know him really. I think I've seen his face. I know Jake Shields a bit more. X seems to love putting him on my timeline months ago, but haven't seen him in a bit. Anyways, thanks for working on this, Sean. And then Sean says, Jake said no. I asked him. And then he said, Kenny has agreed. I can ask someone else if you want. And I said, no to a 2v1 or no in general. I know it's zoomed in, but I'm just clicking so I can read it all. And I said, cough, what a bitch, cough. And Sean says, no in general. And I showed that. Then other people started coming forward, including my really good friend, Cam Higbee. If you guys don't know Cam Higbee, you should. You probably do. But for some reason, if you don't, you're missing out. Follow Cam Higbee on YouTube and X. I mean, he's on other stuff too, but I'm just saying, like, his YouTube and X he's very big. Anyways, he talked about how Jake did this to him too, and he provided his receipts. Apostate Prophet. Jake Shields did this to him too. And I got a lot. I got DMs, comments of how Jake Shields loves to do this thing where he pretends like he wants to challenge people in different tweets. And when they don't answer, he kind of like gloats and is like, yeah, they want to debate me. But then sometimes people do answer, like Cam, Apostate Prophet, others, and then he always finds a way to back out. So he's doing this with me now. He's just like, I don't even know. I provide the receipts. And then, again, whatever, it's not there anymore, but I'm trying to remember what he said. I put, shit, do you really have this heart of... Oh, he said something like, you're begging for a debate with me, even though in the text I just read for you guys that are on my X, it was offered to me. So I said, shit, do you really have this hard of a time spelling basic words? He misspells fucking everything he says. Said, if you knew how to read, I never said, oh, that's right. He said, you're acting like we're friends, right? He said it would be like if I talked with, I don't remember. He said somebody, it'd be like saying Ye and I are friends. That's what he said in the now deleted post. I said, if you knew how to read, I never said we were friends, R word. So no, it wouldn't be like saying Ye and you were friends. If you read the message, it clearly says, I asked Jake and he said no. Anyways, that's an answer about something else. Long story short, that's pretty much it. He starts arguing with everybody in the comments. I ignore him, but he's like arguing with everyone, just crashing out over and over, just arguing with everyone. And he says like, all this shit, right? All these excuses of why he cannot debate, right? At first he's like, I'll debate him, but he has to tell me what the debate's about. And people are like, what do you mean what the debate's about? Nick clearly debates. You know, you saw the Sneeko thing. He clearly debates Israel, Palestine, and, you know, a little bit of expansion of that, right? Iran, you know, anti-Semitism, etc. And he, of course, he answers in the comments, I don't waste my time with Zionists. Okay, got it. Excuses. So then Jake comes out and he just straight up blocks me. So I put the same thing I said to Sneeko. I just switched the words to Jakey boy. Was it something I said? Sorry, I made you look bad and exposed how you refuse to debate anyone who can challenge you. You did the same with Cam, Apostate Prophet, and others. It's okay if spelling basic words is hard for you, but why did you have to block me? LOL. And I added another Infinity Stone with Sneeko, Myron, and now Jake Shields. Thank you for the super chat, Yosef. Thanks for standing on the right side of history.
Song, baby.
Appreciate you guys.
Let's do APAC money.
Let's play a little bit of APAC money.
Yeah. Capitol Hill drip. They blaming space lasers again. Must be Friday. It's not the moon, it's the money. Let's go! APAC money, lobby power talking funny. Kesef Zorim. The money flows, honey. Shalom ve'bitachon, shalom yu'bitachon, peace and security. APAC money, Capitol Hill energy. Lasers in space, rumors online. Meanwhile in DC, they're catching the line. Left, right, same green scene. Money buys truth on your newsfeed screen. 7K a post has Barra online. Meanwhile in Qatar, they're catching the line. Left, right, same green scene. Money buys misinformation in your school. APAC money, lobby power talking funny. Kesef Zorim, the money flows, honey. Shalom ve'bitachon, shalom yu'bitachon, peace and security. APAC money, Capitol Hill energy. Lasers in space, conjuring the banks. Rumors online, meanwhile in DC, they're catching the line. Left, right, same green scene. Money buys truth on your newsfeed screen.
Israel Chazak. Israel Chazak.
Israel strong. Votes come quick when the lobby's long. APAC money, Kesef Zorim. APAC money. Kesef Zorim again.
Look how gorgeous my wife is. Let me make you bigger on the... I'm sure it's a little blurry because I'm making you bigger.
No, don't.
Nah, I already did. You're all over YouTube and Instagram and X.
Stop, my hair's up.
You're gorgeous! Stop it. The heck? Stop it, my hair's up. As if she's not absolutely incredibly just beautiful with her hair up even. Insane. I will not take this slander.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you. Alright. do a little bit of You Mingle, and then we will end the night. Little bit of in my life.
I knew you were gonna start singing that. I know you too well. It's a little weird. I was waiting for it.
She knows my autistic tics. I have the tism, and she.
Remember the first time I noticed how you watch movies?
Stop it! We're not talking about that. I have I do. I have
I think that's why you're an actor, though. Like you were able to act a little bit.
Oh, great! You just got us clipped, and now I'm going on X. See, he's a Mossad actor. It's not even real.
Well, he's just been like in 2 movies as an extra. You guys.
Yeah, I think I might just give up on Instagram. Honestly, it's just too much work to do it, and honestly, there's really not that many views. There's really not that many people that watch on Instagram, which I don't blame them. Instagram is just really not good for lives, but
it's not the place for that.
Moderate told me Jake blocked him last week. That's hilarious.
Moderate just said, "Why don't you tell them your real legal name?"
Wait, didn't he?
I love you, Annette.
All right. Anyways, let's do it. Well, that's not right. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Really need to figure out a way to make this easier and faster. One day I'm gonna have a whole team and they can do all this for me. I won't have to worry about it.
Somebody called you Moshe Metauberg.
Moshe Metauberg? That's my legal name. How'd you know? Alright, let's try to find somebody.
How did they figure that out? Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck up the my
Hello.
Yo, Nick Matau.
Nick Matau,
bro.
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
Yo, I saw you debate Sneaker. I saw you on here before too.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate the support.
Way to go, man.
Appreciate you. Have a good one, alright?
You too, man.
Bye-bye.
I would love to take my life away.
Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu.
Alright.
Actually, not ugly, but ugly is right. Nicki Matau is the best African.
Salam, brother.
Hello.
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 How are you?
Where are you from?
California.
What's the flag in the back?
It's the American right here. Then you have the Israeli and the Iranian.
Fuck Israel.
Why don't you like Israel? Bye. Hey, fucking coward.
He is the captain now.
Coward. Yes, sure is. God, they're all cowards now. They used to like want to speak. Now they're cowards.
Yeah.
They're so defeated. You know what it is? They're so defeated. I get it. I don't blame them, honestly. What's up, man? How are you doing?
I don't either.
Huh?
Where are you from?
California.
California, yeah. That's good, my brother. I support you. I support Israel. اوكي.
You do?
لا يا ابن القحبلة. سمك.
I'll just say he's from Jordan. Not impossible, just not very common, you know.
They open the banks and open their knives. I hate.
Baby, I'm sending you a WhatsApp. Just give me a thumbs up, okay?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. I just ate plutonium.
You ate plutonium, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think you could tell by the radiation around me.
That's not how that... So I'm a nuclear engineer, just FYI. That's not how that would work. The amount of radiation required to actually release a glow would be very high. But if you ate it and it was inside, and there was so much glow that we could see it from the outside, you'd be dead, brother.
I appreciate the information.
No problem. Hello.
Fuck Trump. Fuck Israel. Fuck Iran.
Israel.
Israel? Why do you say it like that?
No, Israel. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering why is it that you say it like that? There's only one E.
Because this is how we say it in Arabic.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, how come you don't like well, let's start with Trump or America. How come you don't like them?
ليش لابس فلسطين؟ Why are you wearing Palestine?
It's Israel, but why don't you guys like America or Trump?
Because it stands with Israel.
Okay, fair enough. Why don't you like Israel?
Because I'm Palestinian and they kill my kind.
Well, you guys killed Israelis too. I'm not Israeli or Palestinian or Arab, but by your logic, hold on, just hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear you.
By your logic, shouldn't they just hate you right back?
But let me give you an example.
Okay.
We welcomed them. It's not an example. It's something that happened in I would say 38. I don't remember the date actually.
1948.
No, not the Nakba. We're talking before.
Okay.
We welcomed Jews in Palestine. It was Palestine, yeah. We welcomed them.
No.
Nobody wanted.
It was the British mandate during that time.
The British mandate of Palestine.
No, British mandate for Palestine. Palestine was the regional name, not the country name.
Which is?
It's a regional name, but it was also, just so you know, the British mandate's full name was British Mandate for Palestine, Eretz Israel. So it was called both, actually.
Prove it.
Sure, if you go look at the League of Nations mandate of 1922, you can pull it up right now. It'll say it. Here, I can even show you the Palestinian coin.
Yeah, go ahead.
Palestine coin, British coin.
Where from, by the way?
I'm from California. You know this coin right here?
Yeah.
You see how it says Palestine in Arabic and in English?
And in Hebrew.
Right, that Hebrew right there. See it? Where it says Yod Aleph? Or, yeah. That is Eretz Israel. That's what it stands for. So it says that, and this was the official coin of the British.
We had Jews in our country. Yeah, we welcomed them.
No, I get that.
We were friendly with them. We were friends.
Okay.
But then when they wanted to take the country, they started killing people.
Okay, when was that? When was that?
1948.
Okay, so in 1936 to 1939 was the Arab Revolt, and it started in the Jaffa riots, and then it led to a revolt for 3 years. The Arabs slaughtered 510 Jews, give or take. What was the reason for that?
Bro, where do you get your information from?
I literally am I'm getting my degree this semester in Middle Eastern history, but it's literally from Palestinian sources. Have you ever heard of Haj Amin al-Husseini?
Of course.
Okay, Haj Amin al-Husseini actually wrote this down in his diary. He talked about these revolts and these different attacks. The 1929 Hebron massacre, they slaughtered an anti-Zionist Jewish community. They were anti-Zionists, and they went in and killed them as well. What was the reason for that? How about in Sfat in 1929? What was the reason for that?
Your info is not good. It's not.
Can you just prove me wrong then?
Prove yourself. Prove yourself that you're right.
I'd be more than glad. You want me to look it up right now? So let's look it up.
Sure, go ahead.
1929 Hebron massacre. You want to read about it?
Read it.
I mean, I'm telling you, okay, fine. 67 or 69 Jews were massacred on the 24th of August, 1929 in Hebron. The event was left scores seriously wounded or maimed. Jewish homes were pillaged and synagogues were ransacked. Dude, I know what I'm talking about. If you think I'm wrong,
what's the reason?
I'm literally asking you that. You're the one telling me I was lying. I asked you what was the reason. You said you get along with Jews. And you said it wasn't until 48 that you started. So I'm asking you.
They were in our country because we worked them, bro.
Okay, so that's not actually true. I'll get to that in a second, but you're not answering my question. You called me a liar. I just proved that I was right, and now you're asking me what was the reason. I'm asking you what was the reason. You said you were friends.
They should write the reason.
I'm sorry, what?
It should be written. It should be written, isn't it?
Yes, it's because they didn't want Jews in the land, and so they started attacking Jews. That's literally the reason. Do you know what the Arab Revolt was? The Arab Revolt was them criticizing the British for letting Jews immigrate into the land. That was in 1936 when that started. You said you didn't hate them until 48. In 1881 was the first Aliyah, when Jews started to do major Aliyahs back into the land of Israel. That was during the Ottoman Empire.
Okay, what about what's happening now?
Oh, you want to change the subject? Okay, sure. What's happening now?
About the genocide.
Well, there's no genocide, but sure. What about it?
The kids that are getting killed.
Yeah, I agree. The fact that Palestinians hide behind their kids is disgusting. They're the worst parents in the world.
So it's fair to kill kids, yeah?
No, you should minimize it, but in war, kids do die when you hide behind them.
Just kill them all, yeah? Just
kill them all? No, what are you talking about? How many kids do you think are in Gaza?
How much do you think?
Over 1 million.
I would say even more.
It's over 1 million. It's about 50% of the nation of Gaza.
Yeah,
excuse me.
More than
right. So there's 2.1 million people in Gaza. So 50% would be a little over 1 million. Fine. Let's call it 1.
I wish there is.
Wait, you realize the more you realize you saying it's more debunks your point even more, because that means it's even harder to prove that all were killed. You just said kill them all. You literally, dude, I'm recording this right now. You literally said all. You literally just said so it's okay to kill them all.
What I'm saying is, should we kill them all? That's what I'm saying.
I said no.
I didn't say all the kids are killed. I'm saying should we kill them all?
Okay, great. So that's called a straw man argument. No, of course I don't think you should kill them all.
It's called genocide. What is
right? So it's not. Genocide is defined in 1948 by the Genocide Convention. That's the dole specialis of a protected status group to destroy in whole or in part that group. Okay, in a systematic way. Dole specialis meaning the special intent to do that. So you would have to explain how. Do you know how many kids?
Bro, to be honest, I don't really understand that much of English, but
okay, I'll simplify it. Can you tell me how many children, even according to Hamas, you can use their numbers, how many children?
We're not talking about Hamas, but
I didn't. Oh my God, just relax, Habibi. You can use Hamas's numbers. I'm not saying we're talking about Hamas. I'm just saying just use their numbers, okay?
Sure.
How many children have died according to them?
Let me see.
Okay. I thought you already knew. It's kind of weird to make the claim if you don't know, but all right, let's go ahead and look it up.
Bro, I know, but I want to know the exact number.
Just asking for a general number here, but that's fine. Go ahead, look it up. You get it? I have it for you if you don't have it yet.
According to Hamas?
This is according to the United Nations, which pulls from the Gaza Ministry of Health, which is Hamas. But you have to understand, nobody has official numbers. Hamas is the only one because they don't allow people to check any of their work. They just release the numbers themselves, so we have to get it from Hamas. There's nobody else that is reporting it. So according to this, they say less than 20,000 under 18. Or under 19, technically. They count 18-year-olds as children. So, can you do me a favor? Yeah. Can you tell me if there's even more than 1 million children, as you said even more, let's call it 1.1, 1.2 million, whatever.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
The point is can you explain to me how all of the children, they're trying to even get to all of the children, not literally, let's cut. I'm not saying literally, I'm saying you said that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get to all. That would be genocide for sure. That definitely would be genocide.
No, I didn't.
Okay, but I'm telling you that literally would be genocide if you did do that, or even if you aimed significantly towards that goal. Yeah, even according to Hamas,
Habibi is good, yeah. Say it again. Say it's good again.
I'm trying not to be rude, but I will if you keep interrupting. Anyways,
well, we can be rude as well, bro.
I'm trying not to, but if you want
It
to.
goes both ways, bro. It can go.
It could go both ways. Anyways, what I'm saying is that it's only according to Hamas. That, of course, I knew they were gonna skip. That's funny. What's up, Habibi?
Yo, what up, bro?
Yeah, can't complain.
Chilling?
Yeah.
Ask me something. Go ahead.
Ask you something? Sure.
I know you want to ask. Go ahead, ask.
Sure. What kind of Arab are you?
Iraqi.
You said Iraq?
Iraq.
Nice. Have you ever been there?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Is it nice? I've never been.
What?
I said, is it nice? I've never been.
Oh yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Some parts, definitely.
Right. Maybe I'll check it out one day.
You should go.
One day. Why not? I would like to see.
Like
I'd like to see maybe not literally every country in the world, but you know, there's most countries I'd like to see.
Probably like 50, right?
Well, there's 193 official countries in the world, so I'd say at least 2/3 of them. Yeah, maybe 100 at least.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Anyways, what do we Iraqis generally think of the Israel-Palestine conflict?
I'm not gonna include myself with the Iraqis.
Sure. What do you think about it then?
Fuck.
Okay, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I honestly don't care, bro.
You just chilling, living your life.
You know what I support?
Tell me.
My family, myself, and the people that I care about.
Fucking based. That's based, actually.
I don't give a fuck what you are or what you support, to be honest. If you care about that too much, it's above our level. We can't control that shit. Whatever they want to happen is gonna happen.
Honestly, probably one of the most base people I've ever talked to. That's a good thing.
Telling you, man.
Care about your family, care about yourself. Honestly, that is literally the correct answer.
Yeah, you care about other shit, you're gonna like.
Only if it affects me in a certain way, but you're right. I don't care about.
You're not gonna really lose yourself, but you're gonna.
No, you're right.
Just, you know.
You're right,
Yeah.
100%. Are you Muslim? Are you pious?
Alhamdulillah. Am I what?
Pious, like observant.
What does that mean?
Are you more like? Are you observant? Like, do you I don't know. What's another word for it? Like, do you follow it very closely?
I try. I could be a better Muslim though.
Well, I think everyone could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all sinners.
All right, man. Well, I like you.
Hopefully you don't
like
post me though. This is just between us, our conversation. If it's live, it's fine. Just don't post me.
I'm not gonna post you, dude. I don't even post 99.9% of the conversations I have. It's too much.
Yeah.
I don't want to go live that long, but a lot of the times people they just scream and yell and they skip me, and I'm just trying to have conversations, and I don't post that because it's just.
Is that Kurdistan or Iran? I don't know what that
Iran.
is.
I know it's blurry because of the filter, but yeah, it's Iran.
Yeah.
It's the Persian flag though.
It's probably like because of the shit in the back.
Yeah, well, no, I have a filter on that kind of like does a blur effect behind me, so that's why. But yeah, that's
Who's the guy?
Iran. Normally I make a joke and say it's the king of Somaliland, but since you're nice, I'll tell you it's actually my best friend. He, as a joke, he like sent me a picture of himself, but it's called Big Heads, and it's big.
Oh, yeah.
I know it don't look that big, but it's probably like this big. It's funny.
Oh shit! Okay,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he sent that to me.
How many subscribers you got on YouTube?
On YouTube, you know what? I was just recently at like 3,000 or 4,000, but I grew because I had a debate with. Do you know Sneeko? You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
I debated him and destroyed him, and so now I'm at 15.2 thousand that I got on there. But YouTube, I'm really new at. Literally, I didn't really start. I've had the YouTube for a minute, but I didn't start actually posting, like, other than some of these live videos, I didn't start posting like my own videos until like a month or two ago.
You post on TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok bans me a lot,
Instagram?
but yeah, Instagram I think is my biggest. I think I'm at 156,000 on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember some girl mentioning you. I've seen her on here, and she was like, "He won a debate over you." I was like, I've seen him, but I don't think I've like debated or talked to him. She mistaked me with someone else. She said you were in the car. I was like, no, I don't go on this in the car.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, brother. Well, stay blessed. All right. Peace. Nice guy. Nice guy. What's up, man?
Bro, wait. He was talking to the Canadian guy that wear white hat, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I know. And they tell me about you. And you are streaming right now, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you give me your channel?
Yep, it's Nick Matau. I'll type it in the chat. I mean, well, on what platform?
What did you have? Kick or Twitch or TikTok in this?
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, X.
Any.
Either type this in to anything really, like Instagram, but if you go on TikTok, just put the word live at the end like that, and you'll see it.
Okay. Have
Sometimes
a good
it's
day.
Nick_Matau. Have a good one, all right? Peace.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. All right, maybe just like one more conversation, and then we'll bounce off. Why do Arabs always drive in the car together? It's always dudes too. It's never girls.
You and your sister in this car?
It's
We'll
never.
put your sister in this car and fuck her.
But we know that's not true. You always dudes.
I'm
It's
your
always
mother, you
dudes. It's
fucking
always
pussy.
dudes. I fucking love rage baiting them.
ازيك يا جني؟
Hey,
إيه
what's
حاطط- انت اسرائيلي؟
That Israeli? Israeli? Israeli?
اسرائيل على الجبين يا
ابن شرموطة اسكت بنزونة.
Going it sideways. Fuck Israel, nigga. Fuck Trump.
Why do Arabs always have 2 dudes or 3 dudes with each other?
Fuck Israel. Shut the fuck up.
It's like, it's never girls. It's always you guys in a dark corner together, just chilling with your boyfriends.
We're in a car. We're in a car.
And that's all you guys always answer. They always answer, "Where's your sister?" They always say that. They're like a copy paste of each other. They just said the last guy said that. Are you guys in a car together? You guys are in a car together, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
knew
your sister's in the
it.
back seat.
Dude, Arabs are always hanging out in cars together with no
we
women.
fucked us to sleep. We gangbanged.
Do you guys know the Al-Zuts? You know what the Al-Zuts are?
Do you know Hitler?
Okay, great. Anyways, do you know who Al-Zuts is?
Do you know Hitler?
I know Hitler though.
Oh my god, you guys.
All I know is Hitler.
It's the guy that rode your prophet all night long. The black guys that rode your prophet. It's in the hadiths.
What is it? He fucked you guys.
In your hadiths,
Hitler.
it talks about how the Prophet Muhammad got rode by a bunch of black dudes all night long. Yeah, dude, I'm not Jewish. Okay, yeah, Hitler, fine. I'm not Jewish, bro, but you're Muslim. I could tell.
Okay.
Look up. Just I know you're about to skip. Just look up Al-Zut. Put Muhammad Al-Zut, Z-U-T-T. Just look it up. All right, trust. What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Nigga.
From what?
From you, bitch ass nigga. From IDF, Netanyahu.
Why do you white dudes always say the N-word? I don't get it. Like, you're whiter than me.
I'm whiter than you.
You're pretty white, bro. I'm literally looking at you right now.
I mean, I guess so, bro.
I'm just wondering, like, why you guys all like
Fuck
speak like you're.
Israel.
I'm from
Fuck
Compton, and I
Israel.
don't even speak that way. Why do you guys speak
I'm
like you're from the
Compton.
hood?
Wait, you're from Compton, bro?
I am.
Drop that Addy right now.
Bro, what are you gonna do? You look like you're
Drop
about
that
buck
Addy.
10.
Hold up. No, drop the Addy. If I'm not gonna do nothing, drop the Addy.
Dude, why do they all speak like they're from the hood? You're not from the hood.
I'm
Okay.
from Compton. I'm literally. Bro, where you at, bro? Where you at?
Bro, you're not from Compton.
Where you at?
Jesus Christ, I hope we get deported to fucking
Where you at?
Syria.
If I got deported, bro.
Oh,
You get killed, bro. You from
Dude,
Compton.
they literally all speak like this. It's insane.
It's-
Like they
it's
think
cool,
they're
bro.
fucking hood. You're not hood. You guys
Fuck
lose
you, bro.
all. You
Fuck
lose
you,
every
no.
single war.
Fuck you.
You guys are losing to Jews right now. I mean, it's a. Oh man. Just fucking straight rage baiting them. That's crazy. What the fuck? Why do you got a loud ass echo, dude? What's up, bro? Come on, like one more like okay conversation. You know what I mean? Just like one more. Be dope. Who are you? Drop that addy, cuz. Drop that addy, cuz. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yes, my friend.
You're kind of laggy, bro. What's going on?
Am I laggy?
Now you're not. You're better now.
You okay?
Where are you from?
Iran.
Iran? Are you Persian?
Yes, brother. Lor Bakhtiari.
Are you anti-IRGC or are you?
Yeah, fuck IRGC. Fuck. Yeah, that's Islam Lineman Sun Flag Israel. Shabbat Shalom. Today's Friday, isn't it? Yeah. Shabbat
Yeah,
Shalom.
it's it actually is about to hit Friday for me. 30 more minutes. Shabbat Shalom.
Yes, brother. Are
That's
you
nice.
Israeli or American?
My wife's Israeli. I'm American. Well, she's American Israeli. I'm just American.
All right. Yeah, man. No. Thank you for fucking Islamic regime. Honestly, I'm very happy. Yes. Bro.
Nice.
Respect.
Stay safe. Stay blessed, brother. All right.
God bless you, man. Have a good day.
Peace. Nice. Like that guy. That was a nice guy.
Hello.
Hey, hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. You?
Good. Dang, dude, you got thicker eyebrows than Ben Shapiro. That's, you know what? Lucky you, actually. Cause that means
Lucky me, bro. You just violated me talking about lucky me. What do you mean?
No, I didn't violate you. Why do you take it as an insult? It's a good thing. Because that means you can shape your eyebrows however you want. People with thin eyebrows, we don't got a lot of options.
That is true, but living in the U.S. makes the beauty standard thick eyebrows kind of look like a dirty person. You know?
Really? I thought it was kind of coming around. I like girls with somewhat thicker eyebrows. I actually don't like. Remember back in the I don't know how old you are. I'm 33. Back in the 90s, they had those.
I'm 27.
Pencil.
So.
Okay, you might remember a little bit. They had those pencil thin eyebrows. That shit sucked.
Nah, I hated that. Where are you from? What's your ethnicity?
I'm mostly Italian and Spanish, a little bit Mexican, Native American.
Bro, so you're everything.
A little bit, yeah, honestly. And my dad that raised me Samoan, so it's like got a whole bunch
So how did you grow up? Like your childhood? What culture were you really close to?
Mostly Mexican.
Mexican, okay, I feel.
Yeah. Oh shit! I don't think you actually even meant to do that. That's
Let me
crazy.
see what she looks like.
That's
What's up?
sad. What's up?
Where are you
What
from?
is that second flag?
Persian.
This Persian, yeah. I'm
Why
from
you
California.
support Israel?
Huh?
You support Israel?
Yeah, of course.
You like Palestinians?
If they're nice, why not?
Okay. What are you,
I-
Persian?
No, I'm mostly Italian and Spanish, honestly.
Oh, makes sense.
I'll just support them. But as for individuals, whether I like someone or not, I don't. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I don't care if you're Israeli, American, Persian, Arab. I don't give a shit. Man. The fuck.
Oh, he's gonna say it.
Was that the beep? That the fucking African bird ceiling?
What is this flags behind you type shit? Let me see.
It's the American, the Israeli, and the Persian.
Type shit.
Type shit. I don't even know what that means, bro.
Type shit means like type shit. You feel me?
Type shit just means type shit. I got you.
Yeah, it just means type shit.
Type shit.
Mean, like, yeah.
Anyways, cool. What are you?
What am I?
Yeah.
I'm Iraqi. What are you?
Would you say Iraq?
Yeah.
If I told you I was Syrian, would you believe me?
Yes. You look Syrian as fuck.
Everyone fucking says that. I'm not Syrian. I'm mostly Italian and Spanish, but every Arab's like, "You're Syrian, aren't you?"
Yeah, you look Syrian. Hello, Syrian.
Well, maybe I should just start telling people I'm Syrian. I don't know enough Arabic. I don't know enough Arabic just to convince people, though.
Okay, so how do you have the Palestinian necklace and you have the Israeli flag? I don't get it. I don't understand.
This is the Israeli necklace. This is Israel, Habibi.
That is the Palestinian necklace, actually, but...
Alright. I mean, it's literally not. Whether you might want it to be. You might want it to be, but right now, pretty sure Israel. Pretty sure.
I don't like Palestine. I had Palestine.
Okay, I don't know why you're calling it Palestine then, because I'm pretty
No,
sure
it's 'cause
Israel.
every time, like, I
Pretty
see
sure
it,
Israel is fucking spanking that ass. Pretty sure. I could be wrong, but last time I checked, here, let's Google it. Let's look at the Google Maps. Levant map. Oh wait, where'd you go? It says Israel.
Fuck Israel.
Why did I skip the baddie?
Israel. Israel.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, this guy. Why are you hiding your face, bro?
So, yeah, like I said, I said before. How would you feel if?
Said before. When did we talk?
You said you wouldn't want Israel to drop a nuke on Iran, but what if they drop a nuke and they say, "Oh, we thought they were going to hit us first."
What if a meteor falls on your head right now?
No. Answer my question.
I'm answering you.
You're answering my question with a question. I get
right.
you
It's
love
called
Jews
the
and you
Socratic
wanna be
method.
Jew.
It's called the Socratic method.
No.
Why are you crashing out? Okay, first off, Socrates.
Can you answer my question?
Can you stop
Answer my
crashing
question.
out so I can explain
Answer my
to you?
question.
Okay.
Can you answer my question?
I'm gonna mute you and I'm gonna answer you because you keep trying to interrupt me. So Socrates wasn't Jewish.
You like Israel?
You don't like Israel?
No, I'm Jewish and I don't like Israel. Why would I ever do that to myself? That's disgusting.
Bro said he's Jewish. That's crazy.
Why is that crazy? Yemenite Jews don't exist anymore?
What are you talking about?
So you're saying, okay, I'm a Yemenite Jew. My people accepted the religion of Islam several, generations ago.
Okay. So you're Muslim.
I am Muslim, yes,
Right.
but that does not.
So you left the tribe.
No, nobody was a part of the tribe. You're telling me that Ashkenazi Jews are actual Jews?
Yes, of course. They're part of the tribe of people. They hold the ethnogenesis. Hold on, I can already tell you're about to interrupt me. They hold the ethnogenesis. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. You asked me a question. What are you talking about? You literally asked me a question. You said, do I think that Ashkenazi Jews are part of the Jews? That's a question, is it not?
No,
so you just asked the question and you were just going to keep talking?
There was a comma.
That's not how questions work, bro. It's
Ashkenazi
not how
Jews
questions
were
work, bro.
whites.
It's not what you
Ashkenazi
said at all. You said you don't think Ashkenazi Jews
I
are...
don't think that Zionists are humans. How about that?
I mean,
I
okay,
don't
cool.
think
I don't
that's
really
like-
care, but this isn't really an argument. I'm trying to
think- no.
answer.
I
Okay.
don't want.
So you're just not really here. Okay, then why are you speaking with me then? Just skip. You don't have to be here. If you can't defend your position, then don't defend it. It's fine.
You just keep on yapping. It's kind of crazy, like how.
I'm trying to answer your questions.
This was not I was not done talking though.
I got you. You're crying now. Just go. Finish then. Finish. Why are you whining so much? Jesus Christ. There's no way this guy's Jewish.
There's no way this guy's Jewish. It's because I don't agree with whatever you believe in.
No,
right?
it's just because
Why
you're just
not?
not smart
Like,
enough.
how
You're just
the
not
hell
smart
are you
enough. You're very
Ashkenazi-
emotional. It's just crazy.
Ashkenazi Jews, right? How did they get their white skin?
Yeah, I'd be more than glad to answer. Sure, I'd be more than glad
I'm
to
not
answer.
asking. This is a rhetorical question.
Okay, so then what is the purpose of us talking if you're not looking to, again, any answers at all? This is the third
So
time
if you
you
would
said.
shut your mouth, maybe you'd figure out what I was talking about.
I know what you're talking about. You're asking how Ashkenazis got the phenotypes that they did.
That's rhetorical. I'm telling you that. See, you don't even listen. So you didn't even listen 3 seconds ago. I just told you.
This guy is crashing the fuck out, chat. Holy fuck,
crashing
dude.
out. What's crashing out is the fact that you're.
Okay, can you just, real quick, I'm just going to ask the question. How did Samaritans get their white skin? They've been there for thousands of years. They never left the land. They intermarry. How did they get white skin?
Okay, see, I'm asking you about.
This is where he deflects and he doesn't answer. Watch. I guarantee it. Go ahead.
I see. The thing is. Oh, so you're just.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
So you're
I'm
telling me.
not good. Yeah, I know. I can give it right back, Habibi.
I was not given that.
It's okay, Yahudi. It's okay,
I
Yahud.
can
Go
tell
ahead.
you, it's
Yahud.
Shem Haaretz or Shem Haaretz or whatever the hell you.
I have no idea what that means.
Right? The name of the land is Palestine, whether you like it or not.
The name of that land is Palestine, whether you
like
it or not. I got the vocal fry.
It doesn't matter if I have a vocal fry. I mean,
It doesn't
California,
matter.
people
Oh
have
my
to-
god, it
you know,
doesn't fucking matter. That's
Right,
crazy.
it's-
I'm literally in California right now. Pretty
Right.
sure I'm not speaking like this. Pretty sure
Yeah,
I'm not.
Okay, I can speak.
Yeah,
to
see,
how
it fucking
I
sucks, doesn't it? We could have had a normal conversation, and now I'm just gonna fucking clown you. Or we can go back to the normal conversation if you like.
I can tell. No, we cannot have.
Oh, no, we can't. Oh, God. I just can't. I'm a Jew, you guys. Shema Israel. Shema Israel. Adonai Echad. Come on, y'all.
You can't even speak Hebrew yourself. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Anyways, the name of the land.
Really? אתה מדבר עברית? אתה מדבר עברית?
אתה מדבר?
מדבר עברית, do you?
No, not מדבר. It's מדבר.
Wait, no, you don't roll the what do you what
yes,
the fuck?
No,
you don't. You do not fucking
do.
roll. Oh my
You're
fucking god.
You're a white. Listen.
I mean, I am white, but you do not roll the you do not roll the resh. You do not roll the resh.
Ashkenazis cannot speak Hebrew.
That's insane.
Hamizrahim can though.
First off, one, I'm not Jewish. I'm not Jewish, fucktard. You just keep saying. So just so you know, the entire fucking chat, full of Israelis, are saying you do not roll the resh.
Yes,
anyone who rolls.
If you're Ashkenazi, yes, you don't, right? But if you're Mizrahi, if you're an actual.
Bro, there is Mizrahi in the chat saying you don't do that.
They're lying. They're lying.
Okay, so speak Ibrit. I'm telling you, go ahead.
I'm telling you, I don't speak the language yet, but I know.
Wait, so you're telling me you don't speak the language and you don't know. Hold on, I gotta mute you real quick. You can continue to yap if you want, but I gotta say this to the chat. He just first off, he tried to use it as an insult about not speaking Hebrew, and then he just admitted he doesn't speak Hebrew. And now, of course, all the Mizrahis in the chat are saying you definitely do not roll it. Now he's trying to tell us that you do, even though he admitted he doesn't even speak the language. That's insane.
Did you unmute me?
Dude, this is it's rhetorical. I can't believe you said that Mizrahis rolled the resh. That's insane. Just so you know, that's not true.
It is true.
You're muted right now, bud.
In the Yemenite dialect.
Literally can't hear you. Your mic. Fix your mic. Anyways, while he fixes his mic, you do not roll the resh. I'm a Sephardic. You don't roll the resh, even as a Sephardic, I mean. The only people... Okay, I got your answer for you. Yeah, I'm not lying about the mic. Are you done? Dude, oh, there you go. Perfect. So... Real quick, it says right here.
The Lord.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm going back to muting you so I can answer you. So somebody said Sephardis only roll the R if they are from Spain. They're the only ones that roll the R. So I hope that answers. Nobody can hear you right now. You're just crashing out for no reason. Dude, you're already overweight. You're probably gonna get an aneurysm if you keep fucking yelling. You're literally nobody is. Okay, I'm gonna unmute you, but you need to calm down. So I'm giving you the answers, so that way when you lie to the next person, hold on. Okay, I'm going back to muting you because you just can't wait. I'm just gonna try to help you lie to the next person about pretending to be Jewish. They do not roll the R's, okay? The resh, okay? Just so you know. Okay, you can keep trying to crash out and trying to speak over me, but no one can hear you right now. Wait, I love how he thinks if he just speaks louder or continues to speak, it's like it'll work. No, chat, he knows he's muted. He's just, I think he actually did this just now. He did the... Are we supposed to be able to read that? The fuck kind of bullshit ass... First off, it's backwards. I don't know if he knows that. Also, it's just the worst handwriting I've ever seen. Literally nobody can read any of that. Can you guys read that? No. That's what I thought. Oh, no, he's erasing it now. Oh. Alright, I'm going to unmute you again. I'm going to try my hardest to have a conversation with you. Okay, are you there?
Okay. It's obviously that the conversation, unfortunately, from your end is not...
And going back to muting, he's bitching already. He's already fucking whining. Jesus Christ. I want to just have the conversation, but he's just whining. Dude, nobody can read that. I don't know what you're... Literally, nobody can read it. I don't even know why he's writing as if we can read that. Literally nobody can read that. It's just fucking squiggles. What are you, a 5-year-old? Didn't teach you how to fucking write?
I don't know. A lot of people write Hebrew really badly.
No, it's not. It's like cursive. Oh, there it is. That's a little bit better. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways.
I'm sorry. I stepped away for this whole conversation, so I don't...
It's not even worth repeating, honestly.
Yo, fuck is going on again?
Oh my God, another fucking Palestinian that says the N-word. It's crazy. What's up? Hello. How are you? You there?
Good, how are you?
Oh, there you are. Oh, okay. Hello.
Bro, do you support Israel?
Of course I do. Why wouldn't I?
What not? What the?
Damn it. Why the fuck don't they just fucking stay? These fucking cowards, dude. What's up, bro?
Are you streaming?
Sure am.
On TikTok?
And other places, but yeah, TikTok.
Okay, so like, what do you think of this?
Gun?
Shit, you're not on TikTok.
I am on TikTok, but I don't get banned.
No, like if you were on TikTok, you would get banned.
You understand I have a block on TikTok, right? They can't see you if I turn on the block. Now they can see you right now. But also, it doesn't get you banned, dude.
So wait.
Look, you want to see mine? I'll show you mine. See, look,
You're
doesn't
not on
ban.
TikTok. You're not on TikTok.
I'm literally on TikTok. Okay, I'll take a picture and show you I'm on TikTok. Ready? Just stay here 1 second. Let me flip my camera. Look. It even shows you showing the gun. See? TikTok. I'm on TikTok.
This is not a TikTok.
Bro, it's literally TikTok. Look, there's the guest panel.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? It's TikTok.
Not
Here.
getting banned? How the fuck you're not getting banned?
Because I'm better than you in every fucking way, dude. Look, here. I took a picture where it says TikTok Studio. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just better than you, okay? That's fucking why. I'm better than you, dude.
Let's show you too.
What? Am I supposed to be fucking scared of you?
No, I want to get you a ban.
I bet you fucking do. You guys can't win in any arguments, so you just resort to barbarism and violence and get banned.
Listen, dude. There is no fucking argument I want to win with you.
No fucking argument.
Even there is a fucking faggots on this show.
Dude, fucking Arabs crash out. Arabs crash out so fucking fast, dude. Oh my
He
god.
probably has a really small penis.
Probably.
What's up?
What's up, brother?
You support Israel?
Sure do.
Why?
Morality, ideology, their fight against Islamist terrorism, the global terrorist index of the top 15, 14 of the top 15 are Islamist terrorism. It's one of the biggest problems in the world. They're at the forefront of it. They've done more for the war on terrorism the past 2 years than even myself, who was in the U.S. military for 12 years, we did in 20 years. There's obviously more, but I think that's a good start.
Really, you don't think they're the cause of it?
They're the cause of what? Islamist terrorism?
Yeah.
Okay. Literally no. Israel wasn't found. The modern state of Israel wasn't founded until 1948. Are you saying there was no Islamist terrorism before that?
Well, I mean, what do you think of the PLO? What do you think they were?
The PLO wasn't until 1964. I don't even know why you brought that up. That was a stupid point.
What? Dumbass. Are they considered a terrorist organization?
With the PLO?
Yeah.
I mean, quite literally. You're breaking in and out, so it's kind of hard to hear you. But yes, they literally were. They had the PLO off-center sleeper cells and groups that broke off from them, but they were still supported by Yasser Arafat, and they did stuff like the Black September terrorist attack. I don't see how this is even up for argument. But why are you bringing this up? That was after 1948. You said before 1948, and I was explaining that.
No, I didn't.
You said that they were the cause of it. Sure, I'll explain what happened. So you said that they were the cause of it, or you asked me if I thought they were the cause of it, and I explained how things happened before.
The cause of terrorism in general.
I'm going to explain. And then I asked you, I said, well, it didn't start until 1948, the modern state. And I said, do you think that Islamist terrorism didn't happen before that? You didn't think so. So I was going to explain to you, how about, for example, the Barbary Wars, both the first and second, where the Muslims were kidnapping, they kidnapped 1.5 million European and Americans and put them into slavery. You think that was because of Israel?
No, because that happened in 1802.
Oh, good. So I guess they didn't cause it. That's crazy.
I wasn't talking about the Barbary Wars.
You said that you were implying that Israel caused Islamist terrorism. I gave you one of many examples, by the way. I could keep going until you get bored. I gave you one example of before. I'm not done. I'm almost done. I gave you one example of many of before the state of Israel. Jesus Christ, this guy's crashing the fuck out. Holy shit. Anyways.
I'm saying you're a moron.
I got you. Yes, ad hominems. I got you. I'm trying to prove your point wrong.
I'll substantiate that.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but I don't think this is working.
Go for it. Go for it.
I've been literally trying. Holy shit. Okay, so anyways, you implied that Israel was the cause of it, so I debunked that idea by showing you things that happened, as you even admitted, before, after you had to Google it. You could have just asked me. I would have told you what year it was.
Okay. My understanding about geopolitics in regards to Israel is Israel had a state in 1948. A lot of Arabs were upset and tried to attack it. They lost. There's a lot of butthurt going on, a lot of animosity. Obviously, the PLO is a byproduct of it, and also Hamas and Hezbollah. They're all byproducts of the animosity that Israel has created between these groups and themselves.
Okay, I mean, just having animosity doesn't give you the right to be terrorist, but I would give you...
I'm not saying it.
I got you, but you said Israel caused it, not Israel was a cause and effect of it. When you say someone caused something, you're putting the onus and responsibility. What you meant to say was there was a cause and effect to the creation of the state of Israel.
Well,
that would have been a more accurate explanation.
They might have caused it too, because...
Okay, can you explain that one?
I mean, if they cause any injustice, if there's any injustice in regards to the overtake of Israel, which I suspect has been the case during or after the state of Israel and after the Arab Wars, a lot of Palestinians lost their homes.
Right, people, yes, and a lot of Israelis or Jewish people, I should say, because it was even before the state of Israel, lost their homes. That doesn't give you the right to kidnap babies and elderly and rape people and burn them alive and attack music festivals. You literally said, and I quote, that, because I said you should have said cause and effect, and you're like, well, they caused it too. And what this was, Hamas has, hold on, let me finish. You said, I'm repeating your own words back at you. You're just not having a good time remembering it. So I'm trying to tell you why you did say this. You said the cause. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just like try my best to finish. I'm going to just have to mute you real quick because there's a lot of people listening that are trying to get educated. So I'm just going to keep speaking. If you feel free to speak, you're muted. Anyways, you said the cause of people like Hamas, Hezbollah, etc. was because of Israel. So when I said you put the cause, you put the responsibility and onus. You agreed to that definition, and you said, yes, some of it was the cause. And when I said the things that Hamas, Hezbollah, etc. have done in terms of kidnapping and so much some of the groups being raped, burning alive, attacking music festivals, etc., you're like, well, I didn't mention that, but that is literally what we're talking about when we're talking about these terrorist organizations, and you put the onus, at least somewhat, on Israel. First off, when you said that these people lost their houses, they lost their houses because the Arab Hire Committee told them to leave and they would get to return it. Can you stop Googling, dude? Like, I feel like you're not listening. It's okay, dude. You don't have to Google. Anyways, the Arab Hire Committee told these Arabs to leave and they would come back in 2 weeks or so after they ethnically cleansed and some said murdered all of the Jews. Okay, so when you said they lost their house, you mean they left their house during a war that they started. This happens throughout all of history. The Palestinians or Israelis are not special.
You're telling me the Palestinians who lost homes who had nothing to do with the war, they caused the war.
So every single battle, sure, you say they had nothing to do with the war. Every single battle during the 1948 to 49 war, every single battle, the Israeli side, whether it was the Haganah, which was the official defense force, or some of the splinter cells like Irgun, Stern Gain, etc., every single one, they lost somebody. Okay? Can you tell me how they were able to lose somebody?
Deflecting the point that I was trying to make about...
You literally are talking about 1948, correct? I'm on the exact same point. Your inability to understand that is not my problem. I'm on the exact same point you're bringing up. So I'm going to ask the question again, try to answer it. They lost somebody and had injuries every single battle that they were in. So can you explain to me how they lost people if they were just going to villages where these people had nothing to do with it, as you say?
What? Okay, I guess we're talking past each other because...
It's not very hard. Displacement happens in war. That's the point I'm making. Can you name for me any war, especially urban warfare, where displacement doesn't happen? Can you just name one for me in history?
Yeah, displacement also restoration does happen in after the
Sometimes. Actually, a lot of the times it doesn't. In Poland, for example, they kicked out hundreds of thousands of Germans. And I'm not talking about Germans that occupied Poland during World War II. I'm talking about the ones that had lived in that community for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. They kicked out hundreds of thousands of them. So you're right. Sometimes there's restoration if you can find a peace treaty with each other, then they agree to restore and they agree to actually not fight anymore. Palestinians have never agreed to that, so of course there's not going to be that quote-unquote restoration. And if the Jews lost, guess what? They also wouldn't have been restored. The Arabs would have invaded, and all the Jews would have been kicked out. You know that to be true. They did it in Jordan. Jordan was 78% of all of Palestine. They kicked out 10,000 plus Jews who literally, just because they were Jews, said no Jews allowed. You can go look at their 1952 constitution, the charter that the Jordanians had for both the West Bank and Jordan. It said no Jews, not no Zionists, not no Israelis, no Jews. Okay, so we know that would have happened either way. But that kind of shit, where it's, oh, well, restoration happens, that only happens when you come to an agreement. They didn't have an agreement at the end of 49, or the war, which was in 49. They had an armistice, not an agreement, an armistice, which is essentially just a let's stop fighting. And you know this because you're Googling it.
No, I'm not Googling anything, buddy. I'm not.
That's why your knowledge is so low on it. Got it. Maybe you should Google it.
No, regardless if it was an armistice or it was settled, Palestinians still lost their homes and it created animosity.
It's having a hard time hearing you because you keep cutting in and out. Your internet's like Gaza right now, dude.
I don't know how we can continue this conversation if you can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, enough.
No, okay. Well, obviously the Palestinians don't see it that way, or else they'd be like, you know what? You're right. We started this war, and you guys won, and we lost, so GG. They obviously don't think
that doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter how somebody sees it. I don't even care how the Israelis see it.
Well,
I don't care.
It does, and I think
no, it doesn't. Nope. I only go off of reality and facts. I don't care what the feelings of the Israelis are. I'm not Israeli or Palestinian or Arab or Jewish or anything. I don't care about the feelings of the Israelis or the Jews. I don't care about the feelings of the Arabs or the Palestinians or Muslims. I don't give a shit. I gave you historical evidence you can look up. This is historical facts. This is what happened. If they feel it was different, I don't give a flying fuck. In both ways, by the way. I don't care if an Israeli comes and lies because they're going off of their feelings. I'd be like, yeah, well, you're not right. So if you're going to, like, argue feelings right now, could not care even a little bit. I got to be honest with you.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, I have no skin in the game. I'm an American kid. And
I didn't mean your feelings. I meant you're saying this is how they feel. I'm saying if you're going to argue feelings...
Yeah. But that's important. Because
no, it's not.
Feel this way,
no, it's not. Nope.
They are reacting to it.
Not even important a little bit.
Maybe not to you.
No, not to reality.
What's prompt them to create the PLO.
Oh, no, that's true. You're right. That's true. This would prompt them to be terrorists and barbaric pieces of shit who never accept. Right. And then guess what? Israel, under Article 51, has every single right to absolutely attack those people. And they are operating under customary international law, treaty law, and also Article 107 of the UN Charter, which is the second in the hierarchy of laws that goes from Just Kogan's Norms, Article 107, customary international law, treaty law, which actually work together. They're operating under that. You just admitted that because feelings don't trump those things. Now, you could say feelings is what caused them to be these barbaric terrorists that use their children as like fucking cannon fodder. Yeah. Sure.
Well, I mean, because like the first question I had was, why should we support Israel? And you said because they fight off terrorists. Well,
I said way more than that. I said way more than that.
No. What else do you think I said?
Okay, I said more, but you said they're the reason why. Can you do me a favor? Why is it? Do you agree the Nazi ideology was very extreme?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and do you agree that we bombed Dresden even worse than we bombed Gaza?
Okay.
Okay, so can you tell me why they didn't come back around and started becoming more and more terroristic and create a Fourth Reich and go into an extreme ideology like Nazism? Why did they actually become, honestly, in the past 80 years, they haven't just given not America any problems, not really the whole world any problems. Can you explain to me why because there's this thing called the bigotry of low expectation that a lot of left-wing people, which I'm going to assume you are, have about the Palestinian and the Arabs.
I'm not.
Okay, fine. okay, whatever. So a lot of people then have this thing about the Palestinians and Arabs, and honestly, a lot of people, they pretend to help. They have what's called the bigotry of low expectation. You're saying that, no, it's not their ideology or their incorrect facts or whatever that's causing them to be terrorists. It's actually because of Israel and their feelings about Israel. Okay, hold on. No, you literally said that. Don't shake your head. You literally said it was their feelings about what Israel did. And so what's interesting is we literally sent 2 nukes to Japan, and they had an extremely radical ideology. The Imperial Japan, they thought their emperor was literally a living god. Literally a living god. They thought the Nazism, you agree, I agree, was an extreme ideology. Islamism, an extreme ideology. We all agree. Not necessarily Islam, even though I think so, but I'm not going to say you do. But Islamism is definitely an extreme ideology. But what's interesting is Islam is the only one that gets this pass from people like you, where it's like, oh, I understand why you're so barbaric and evil. We didn't say that with the Nazis. If they came back around after bombing the ever-living shit out of them, way more civilians died, way more Nazis died, way more of their buildings were destroyed. We didn't say, oh, well, they created a Fourth Reich because we were so harsh to them in World War II, so of course they're going to be terrorist Nazis. We didn't say that with them. We didn't say it with Japan. We vaporized 150,000 with 2 fucking nukes. Immediately it was like 70,000, but it was later really quick, like 150,000 people. We did that in the fucking, like that. I don't remember them coming around and becoming fucking terrorists again. So can you answer me, why do we have this weird thing where Islamists, they get this weird pass where it's like, yeah, you are a little terroristic, but we totally get it. Why? Nobody else did that. You did.
Okay, like, this is something I need to establish about myself, because you made a lot of assumptions about me, and maybe
I also have it recorded, so I can play it back for you if you want.
Well, I just want to say, I'm cool with Israel existing. I don't mind the nation state of Israel.
Okay.
And if they want to take over Gaza and the West Bank to make a greater Israel, that's on them. I just said, why should the United States get involved? You mentioned
first off, this is the first time you mentioned that
about me. Yeah, I did. I'll admit. That's why I wanted to establish, because I obviously wasn't clear about my position. I didn't know it had to be, but I will let you know.
America doesn't need to get involved, just so you know. They don't need to do anything. Okay, go ahead.
And I would want them. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want
Nobody in the world thinks America needs to do anything. You do stuff for a certain benefit.
I hope that's the case. But obviously,
literally the case.
Obviously, the powers that be disagree, unfortunately. Because we still give...
Nobody disagrees with that. They do it because there are benefits and advantageous aspects that come with it. And I'd be more than glad to get into that. I don't think you know about any of it, but I said nobody thinks that America literally has to do anything. Of course they do not. In fact, Benjamin Netanyahu is the one that's actually pulling away. He said he has a 7-year plan to actually pull away from U.S. funding because he wants to have, he wants to create his own military sites where they actually build weaponry that they start selling to the world. It's going to be good for their economy and also good for their military. Benjamin Netanyahu is the one that's literally... Benjamin Netanyahu, during his first time when he was prime minister, actually pulled away from other funding that America gave. It's funny, a lot of pro-Palis, they seem to like, oh, I hate Benjamin Netanyahu. He's the one that's literally like, yeah, we should pull away from funding and become more self-reliant and actually push more towards capitalism. That's all Benjamin Netanyahu. But to answer your question about, like, funding, it's not about need, it's about benefits. Okay, the Bird and Bard system since 1977 has added tens of billions of dollars to our GDP in the United States of America. Over 1,200 projects of innovation have been self-funded by this program. America has not put in any money. It was $30 million back in 1977. Israel put in equal amount, $30 million, and since then it's been self-funded projects, and it has created over 1,200 innovative projects, and it's added tens of billions of dollars, jobs to our economy, etc., and also to Israel's. Okay, the $3.8 billion we give them a year, $500 million goes straight to missile defense system. That's a direct funding. That most of it's made in America.
Yeah,
that creates jobs.
So I've heard it goes into our military-industrial complex, which I also disagree.
It goes into jobs. Yeah, sure, you're correct. It's military stuff, but that's a mother, a father, somebody that's working. And they have a very stable, great job, by the way, with great benefits. So sure, are they helping create military stuff? Yeah, that's true. But
so do you believe in a national healthcare system?
Well, before we change the subject and do a red herring, let's get back to what I was saying.
No, it's
3.3. It is.
What you just mentioned.
It's not at all.
You mentioned because it creates jobs.
That was a side thing because of your side comment. That was not my main point. That was me correcting your side comment. Well, I'm just trying to finish the original thing. The 3.3 billion of that, right, with the FMF program and the MOU that was signed under Obama, I think was extended a little bit under Trump. It's supposed to end, I think, in 2 years. That 3.3 billion, 75% minimum is actually supposed to go back into the American economy. Israel beats that all the time. Last year, Israel bought fighter jets, and they spent about 10 times the amount of money that we gave them that year. So in 10 years, almost 10 years, not quite, but almost about 10 years worth of how much we give them, indirectly even, not just directly, they spent on that project and package. Not just that, medical technology, because let's pull out of this the military-industrial complex. Medical technology, civilian technology, the intelligence it would take to recreate the spider network that Israel has in the Middle East, really global, but obviously they specialize in the Middle East and the MENA region, would cost us $450 billion. $450 billion. So that was my main point.
$450 billion for this program that I don't know much about. What is this program again?
It's not a program. I said intelligence, and I said the spider network that they have created that they give to us for free. Like and also operations like Stuxnet. Have you ever heard of it?
No. What is it?
That was created by Israel, but it was a U.S.-Israeli operation that was essentially a virus to mess with the centrifuges of Iran's IR-6s and IR-1s. That was Israel that created that through their brains. They're very, very intelligent people.
Well, here's how I would have preferred something like that. Whatever technology the United States needs from Israel or vice versa. Believe it or not, like I said, I'm not a left-winger. I'm actually pretty right-wing. So right-wing that I believe in a free market system. I believe that the market should be able to dictate what kind of.
Unless it's the military-industrial complex, huh? Then you don't really like it so much.
Well, I mean, no, because it's not a free market. Okay, you're telling me that the military-industrial complex is a free market system?
Are you saying that they're not private companies? They're not through the government.
Okay, I think
it literally is free market. No, it literally is. They're going to private companies. The only part that you want to get rid of is subsidies, essentially, which fine, that's fair. But it's literally a free market. What are you talking about?
No, it's not a free market when the private companies such as Lockheed Martin and Raytheon get subsidized by American taxpayer dollars.
They don't.
Obviously, they do.
No, technically that'd be Israel, but that doesn't stop the free market side. What you're against is more the budget of the FMF program, but it's not them getting subsidized by what you think is happening is you think the government is actually making these contracts with Israel and let's say Raytheon or Lockheed Martin or whatever. No, they're doing a separate thing through the FMF program, which if you're against that, fine. Has nothing to do with the free market. They are still doing the free market. What you're against is the funding, which really doesn't actually affect us at all, but whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I mean,
you're against that.
Like I said,
are you a libertarian?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I'm going to help you out, make a better argument for yourself. What I would argue as a libertarian is you should be against, because this is a kind of roundabout way of wealth distribution, or redistribution, excuse me, because essentially it's taking kind of taxpayer money and it's giving it into private markets, which does raise our GDP, it raises our stock market. But as a libertarian, you could say I'm kind of against.
Economics.
I agree. So as a libertarian, you could say I'm more against the kind of roundabout redistribution tactics that they're using. That's a totally fair answer. But trying to say like it's a free market thing is insane. It's just not the best argument.
Well, it's not a free market. Like when you have the government.
You want 100% free market. No regulations at all.
As a well, I mean, okay, you're talking about. You're infusing regulation, which is different from subsidies. Regulation is a different topic.
Free market. Do you want any regulations, or do you want it to be 100% completely free? Okay, like what?
In regards to subsidies, 100%. In regards to regulations, it's a little bit mixed bag.
I'm asking you because a free market would be a lack of regulation if it's 100% free. Like for example, if I wanted to in the market, if I wanted to sell something. If I wanted to sell something that was extremely harmful, okay, just let's say hypothetically, and people wanted to buy my product over someone else's because it tastes better, it feels better, whatever it is I'm selling, would you be okay with that? Or would you put regulations because it's extremely harmful?
Again, regulations is different from subsidies. And
I
when it comes
didn't
to
ask
subsidies-
anything about subsidies. I'm asking about the free
Well,
market.
that's what I'm saying. I'm for.
Okay.
We can argue about the regulations and codes, whether we need to make sure you don't eat poison.
Okay,
for
I'm
a
gonna
living,
just ask
all
one
right?
more time. With the free market, I understand you're against subsidies. I'm against some of them in some ways as well, especially if they're not beneficial to us. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm talking about the free market in all aspects. And I'm asking you, do you want it to be 100% free?
In regards to regulations, there are some caveats. I told you.
Okay, so
There
you
are
don't
some
want it to
caveats
be, so the
to
answer is no. The answer is no. You don't want it to be 100% free, which I don't know why you're laughing. That's a good thing. You shouldn't want it to be 100% free. There are some people that believe that way. I used to think that way when I was young and dumb, and I realized it's just not actually, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So it's okay.
I mean, it depends. Well, if you think I support the FDA, then no. I mean, and I can argue about why.
Again, big jump, dude. Huge fucking jump from you're not technically 100% free to FDA. I'm with you about the FDA, but you're also
Okay.
not a full-on free market. Again, huge jump.
Okay.
Huge jump.
Okay. Now you understand where I'm coming from.
I mean, kind of, but again, I want USA to be beneficial. Do you want us to be, I'm going to assume you're going to say no, but I'll ask. Do you want us to be a global power, or would you rather somebody else? Somebody's going to be a global power. Would you rather us give up that position and give it to somebody else in terms of being more, not just isolationist, but also lack of subsidies, lower government control, foreign policy diminishes, military diminishes a bit? Would you trade that, which also would trade away global power?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So who would you like to fill that position as global power?
Well, nobody.
But somebody will. Let's be realistic. You know that that's not realistic. So who would fill that global power? You're saying everyone would just play fair? No, that's not. No. First off, fuck no. You have to be. We're talking about countries, and Europe's definitely not going to get it. So I'm asking you. You can't just say
European
nobody.
Union.
Somebody is going to fill that global power.
Yeah, people say China and Russia. I get it.
You could. I'm asking you. I would probably say. I would probably say China. I think Russia is a little bit of a paper tiger. But you can say I'm wrong. That's fine. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm asking you who is filling it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason why the United States is such a global power is because we are the world reserve currency. We essentially made the dollar into a drug to where our foreign aid has become so addictive that people can't get off of it.
Yep.
And if they try to, then they're screwed.
Yep, and I love it. I love it. I want America to be the global power. I want to spread our ideology. Our ideology is superior to a lot of their ideology. I want more of us and less of them. I like it that way. I like that we have influence in all these countries. I like that we tell people jump and they say how high. I like that we can go into the UN and they all hate us, but they all fucking are begging to just love us, you know, at least in public. I'm totally okay with that, but I'm okay with you saying I'm not. I want to give up world power. I want somebody else to take it over. I'd rather be weaker, smaller GDP, smaller military, smaller budget, which again, that's fine. But I'm asking you the consequences of that, because you said, well, I don't want anyone to take over somebody will take it over. You know I'm right. You cannot believe, well, everyone will just play nice if America gives it up. I'm going to ask one more time. I'm asking one more time. Who is going to take over that world power?
All right, I will say this. I'm glad the United States is a global power.
Me too.
But the problem is, if it means, again, being $35 trillion in debt, having to influence certain geopolitics with foreign aid, nah, not really.
Well, first off, why you're against influencing geopolitics in our favor?
I don't know. I don't know if it is in our favor.
Like
I don't
what?
Feel like, I don't feel like, okay, I don't feel like bombing Iran is actually in our favor. I mean, the idea of
Iran was 1 year away from having so many medium and short range ballistic missiles that they would have had such a deterrence that there's no one, even Europe and America combined, would have been able to do anything, because it actually would have outpaced our air defense systems. And so if they if they reach that point, then we would be forced to capitulate with them or suffer an extreme loss of soldiers and possibly even Americans. And that's just assuming they didn't develop long range by that point in a year and a half from now. So when you say it's not in the benefit of America, I would really love, I was in the military for 12 years. I'd really love for you to explain that one.
This is what I believe. I feel like because of U.S. involvement, how we are entangled with geopolitics, when you're in politics, you're obviously going to piss people off no matter what. No matter how good you are, no matter how wise you are, you're going to crack some eggs. And when you piss off the wrong people, it's going to create issues. That's one of the drawbacks about being influential in geopolitics. You're going to create enemies no matter what.
That's true. I don't care about creating enemies. I care about making them bend to their knees to our will and our benefit.
Yeah.
Because I don't want China to be able to I don't want Iran to be the one to do that. I don't want Russia to be the one to do that. I want it to be us. Is it a fun game? No. But I don't particularly... I'd rather it be us than them. Because we have a superior culture and ideology.
I believe that America has a very amazing potential to do amazing things, and it doesn't require them to have a world reserve currency, and they can actually have. I'm not saying they should go back to the gold standard. Maybe something a little bit different, but something that requires, I don't know, economic responsibility and budgeting.
I'm sure that we could probably find some common ground on that. I'm not really particularly sure what this has to do with the influence of geopolitics and direct influence.
Because geopolitics requires us to be $35 trillion in debt.
Yeah, the debt really doesn't matter. I don't even know why you keep bringing that. I care significantly more about inflation rate. Maybe that goes in line with deficit because that affects the housing market. The debt doesn't... Dude, do you know what debt is? Like, do you understand? Debt actually is used in a lot of ways to our benefit. Who's going to collect this debt exactly? What do you think's going to happen? Let's say we got $100 trillion in debt. What do you exactly think will happen?
Well, we have to pay interest in all the security bonds that we pay out to. I mean, the only way we can pay it off is if we inflate our dollar, which honestly it defeats.
Or we could cut some of these social leftist programs that spend significantly more than anything you could talk about with Israel or foreign funding. Even if you combine all the foreign funding combined, it doesn't even come close to Medicare fraud. Dude, fraud is about $500 billion a year. We have an entire budget set aside. Yeah, so really we're always harping on this shit with like, oh, well, you know, Israel, $3.8 billion a year. Dude, $500 billion a year goes to fraud and just, we don't actually know what. It just goes into the fucking upside down from Stranger Things. We don't actually even know. And so there's a lot of ways we can actually pay this stuff off. And that's what I want to tackle. But we have so many woke right and leftists and pro-pallies harping so much on like fucking, I don't know, AIPAC, a number 191 in lobbying. They're not even that effective. Harping so much on Israel, which we actually get money from. We actually get jobs. It raises our GDP, really. But fine, okay, I'm okay if you don't want to if you want to get rid of it. In some ways, I kind of want to get rid of the 3.8 billion a year too. But the difference is it doesn't come from this anti-Israel place. It actually comes from the thought that...
No, and I agree. Israel's, I mean, we spend maybe the most, like 1% of our like federal budget on Israel.
Oh, significantly less. $6.7 trillion was our budget, so 6.7 trillion was our federal budget, so 670 billion would be 10%, so 67 billion would be 1%. So yeah, it's it's nowhere. We don't spend anywhere near that on Israel a year.
yeah. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But what it does demonstrate is this, you know, solidarity that we have with Israel that in return creates enemies. I mean,
well, in return, it creates influence that stops Russia and China, who is trying to push their influence west. Do you know what happened in Belarus? Do you know Belarus? It's a puppet state for Russia. You agree?
Yeah, I know.
In Belarus, and you can look into this, a lot of people don't know this, Russia was sending illegal immigrants, specifically a lot of refugees from these Islamist countries, into Belarus, instructing them to just push them over the border into Western Europe. And they started with Poland, Eastern Europe, and they were trying to get them more west. And they literally were just flooding. And you can look this up. Poland, because they're one of the only like nationalist countries in Europe, and Hungary, they literally took fire hoses and were spraying these fucking refugees like, don't fucking come in our country. Right? Poland straight up started spraying them. That was because of Russia. Russia's trying to destabilize the West, and this is not conspiracy. Look into it with Belarus, the illegal immigrants. And not just that, Operation SIG, that goes back to the USSR with the PLO, Yasser Arafat, Mahmoud Abbas. They were both KGB agents, and they did disinformation campaigns to try to attack the West by doing what? Attacking Israel. This was all put out by Jan Pasepa. He was the biggest defector from the USSR. He admitted to all of this. They wanted to attack America, but they couldn't. So they attacked Israel. But if Israel wasn't there, they are the tip of the spear. If they weren't there, the Arab countries would have been united by the USSR, who would have put them together. There would have been no enemy for them to have fought and get their ass whooped by in the 6-Day War, by Israel, the Yom Kippur War as well. Then Russia would have had extreme amount of influence. You have the IRGC, who works with Russia and China, who's sending proxy groups to Venezuela and Argentina. Go look up Operation Cassandra in 2008. They're sending these people to Argentina and Venezuela, getting passports so they can create sleeper cells in the United States. This is all Russia, China, and IRGC, but mostly Russia and China. IRGC is more of like their smaller brother, if you will.
Well, that's kind of funny, though, because Israel never condemned Russia for invading Ukraine in the beginning. Did you know that?
Irrelevant, but sure. I'll just go ahead and believe you. I didn't know that, but sure.
Well, yeah, but my point is...
My guess is that's more geopolitics because they get stuff from Russia. Now, to be fair, they've kind of shifted and they get a lot of their oil from, I think, Kazakhstan and Azerbaijan now, but they got a lot of oil from Russia. So it could have also just been we don't like what you did, but we also don't want to come out because we get stuff from you and we don't want that to be cut off out of anger.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things, and you know what, in Israel, like I said, I don't mind Israel being a state, not becoming a state, being a state. If it wants to expand its borders from Gaza to West Bank, I'm not going to be like, how could they do that?
Inshallah.
That being said, I hope they treat them nicely. I don't think so. I think Israelis are very upset with Palestinians, and that's putting it lightly. That's the problem.
20% of Israel proper, not Gaza or the West Bank. 20% are Arabs, most of them Muslims, almost exclusively they're Muslims actually. They treat them exactly the same. They're in the Supreme Court, they're in the Knesset, they're taxi drivers, they're doctors. They do one of the most famous restaurants in Israel is Arabs. They don't treat terrorists well, but if they want to live in peace, Israel is fine with that.
Yeah. All right. Obviously, that's not going to be the case for some odd reason. And my point is not to say well, they have it coming. Israel has it coming because when you mentioned about how why should the United States support Israel, I think that was the question I generally had, and you said, oh, because they fight off terrorists, and I'm like, well, I mean, usually these terrorist organizations are caused by the geopolitics that's been stirred up by the state of Israel, not because they just happen to exist outside of Israel.
Again, cause and effect versus cause, right? I agree the cause and effect of that, but I don't particularly care because the Jewish people were not just some imperialists. They didn't come with tools of imperialism in the 1881 Aliyah. They came with tools to drive out malaria swamps, bring medicine into the land. They brought economic opportunity. Post 1920, you know how many Arabs migrated to the land because of the economic opportunity created by the Jews? They were Holocaust survivors. Talking about the later Aliyahs post World War II.
Yeah.
These were not imperialists, no matter how much they want to revise history today. And so you're correct. You can say that led to terrorists being created, but again, not for good reason. So you might be correct in a cause and effect way, but I don't particularly care, and Israel has every right to respond to that terrorism. Or you can be like Jordan and Egypt, who created peace with Israel, that used to want to destroy Israel. You can have UAE, who's created peace with Israel, that used to want to destroy Israel. Saudi Arabia, who's working on creating peace with Israel, used to want to destroy Israel. I already mentioned Jordan. Syria is kind of getting there, but they're a little destabilized right now with Jolani. You have Lebanon, at least the government, not Hezbollah, but the government, trying to create peace and do more with Israel. Indonesia, the largest Muslim country in the world, is now starting to do business relations with Israel. That was just last year. First time in history. And you have the largest Middle Eastern deal with Jordan and Israel. They send them water, the other side sends electricity. This all happened. The Palestinians are not special. If all these people who used to want to destroy Israel, doesn't even recognize Israel, if they can make this peace and economic deals and work with Israel, the Palestinians are not special. They can do it themselves. Now, if they choose, this is what I say all the time. The Palestinians have three options. I know it sounds harsh, but these are their three options. Jordan, Nazareth, or Gaza. And those are metaphors. What it means is you can choose to be like the Arabs of Nazareth, which is in Israel. They live in peace. A lot of them love Israel. They might have some problems with it, but they love Israel, and they want to see their own country grow. These are the Israeli Arabs. They can choose that path. Love and peace and live together.
Yeah.
You can choose Jordan. You know what? I don't want to fight you, but I also don't particularly like you, so you can leave. That's what Jordan is. This is a shout out to Rabbi Litvin because he's the one that came up with this, and I really love it. So I'm stealing it from Rabbi Litvin. So everyone has to know that Rabbi Litvin came up with this. Name is Rabbi
All right.
Litvin. Anyways, so that's Jordan. And then the third option, if you want to fight, then you can choose Gaza. The metaphor being you can die and you can be under the rubble. That's the three options that they have.
Yeah. In another context to the person you're talking to, because again, I felt like you had a lot of assumptions about me that I want to clear out.
Sure.
When October 7th happened, I was very frustrated by that, to where I had it in my mind, I hope they wipe out Gaza. Just destroy all the Palestinians so we don't have those issues anymore. I had that for maybe 10 minutes of thinking. So I'm not, I'm not like, oh, screw the...
Well, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't have any assumptions about you. I've talked with 10,000 plus people on this topic. I've been doing this for over 5 years. So trust me, I didn't have any assumption about you.
Okay, well, all right. I just want to make it clear just in case you did, but I'm glad you did not.
No problem. Well, it is midnight 30, so unless you have something else, I'm probably gonna...
Oh, no, I think this was a really informative conversation. I definitely want to look more, and I definitely want to study more about the 1948 war to get more context. Because again, as much as I want the state of Israel to be like a nation, I'm cool with it. I'm happy that it's a nation. I just hope it reigns justly to all people that live under it. That's all.
What I recommend for you, if you want to read more on it, I'll give you a Zionist book and an anti-Zionist book, and I think it gives a lot of context when you read both sides. The Zionist book is by Chaim Herzog. It's called Arab-Israeli Wars. Technically, it's more than just the 48 war. It goes to, I believe, the Yom Kippur War, maybe the first Lebanon. Well, it's Arab-Israeli Wars. His name is Chaim, Chaim, and Herzog is Herzog.
So it's H-E-R. H-E-R. Okay, H-E-R.
Herzog.
Z-O-G.
It looks like... I'll just show you the picture real quick so you can see what it looks like. This. It's called, I know it's backwards, but Arab-Israeli Wars.
No, I got you. All right.
And then
all right.
the anti-Zionist book is by Konstantin Zureik. Usually it's spelled Z-U-E-R-I-Q. Sometimes they put C-K. It's an Arabic word. And he was the one that coined the term Nakba. He was a Syrian historian in 1948. And he's very, not just anti-Zionist, very anti-Semitic. So the book's not very long. It's like, I think like 60 to 80 pages. It's not very long, but he wrote a book called The Meaning of Disaster in Arabic. It was translated in 56 in Egypt. You can find it online for free, so that's a bonus. You don't have to buy it.
Okay.
And it coins the term Nakba. The reason I recommend that is because it's very much anti-Zionist, but it also dispels a lot of the Palestinians, what they call the Nakba today, because he's the one that literally coined the term. This is the guy that coined it for that event. And the disaster, the catastrophe, which is what Nakba means, what it wasn't them kicking out Arabs and 750,000 like they say today. What it was he was mad that the Arabs were not acting stronger and staying and fighting all of the Jews to kill them. But even though it's harsh to read because it's like, God, this guy was hateful, I still recommend it. I've read Mein Kampf even. Hitler was a very hateful man, but I've read it because I want to understand their thought process. So I recommend it. It's called The Meaning of Disaster, Konstantin Zureik.
I'm a libertarian, and I read some of Karl Marx's work.
I've read Karl Marx. Yeah, I'm an idiot. All right, man.
Yeah, but that's what
I get you.
And I appreciate it. But I do want to say this one thing that I spoke to an Israeli one time, and I will say this. It was very endearing. That it kind of made my heart melt when he said that. He's like, "Thank you, sir. Because of your tax dollars, I'm alive today." And it wasn't even a slight. It wasn't something like he was like mocking me because I told him how I felt about it, but he,
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Wouldn't even say that's particularly right. It's less than 1% of Israel's entire GDP are funding, but whatever. It's a nice sentiment.
He was being genuinely appreciative of what the U.S. has done, and I appreciated his gratitude, I should say. So I'm not anti-Israel again, and I just wanted to point that out, despite all our conversations. So.
No worries. All right, brother. Peace.
All right, take care.
Bye. Yeah, there's no way an Israeli actually said that seriously. He probably was joking with them, and he just this guy just can't take Israeli humor because Israeli humor is very direct. That was funny. All right, y'all. I'm gonna read some comments real quick, and then I'm gonna do a Lailato for y'all. I will not be going live tomorrow. And the words of Charlie Kirk, Shabbat Shalom. See you guys on, well, he used to say see you guys on Monday. I'll see you guys Saturday night. But Shabbat Shalom. See you guys on a good Shavua Tov. When I can say that to you guys on Saturday night.
Bye, guys. We love you.
I will be going to a certain university. I don't know which one yet.
Yeah, don't
I don't know which one yet. They changed it anyways.
say it.
I will be speaking at universities, a certain one that's kind of far away from me. But anyways, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. And so you guys will hopefully see those videos. I'm doing it with Daniel Braun. You guys should know Daniel Braun. If you don't, you should follow him. I don't know when the videos will get released, but that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be Charlie Kirk in it. Shabbat Shalom, legend. Thank you for your support. Shabbat Shalom. Probably is a true believer in Islam. That means totally fried. Would love to see you making... you guys are just kind of talking to each other. Shabbat Shalom, King. Shabbat Shalom, YouTube. Shabbat Shalom, TikTok. Shabbat Shalom, Instagram. Dang, Instagram's a bunch of haters. You guys only had 30 views on Instagram? You haters. I'm just kidding. For the 30 in there, you guys are awesome. Shabbat Shalom.
Topaz, no, he's not going live tomorrow, but I might. So stay tuned.
H.A.L. Am Yisrael Chai.
Bye.
God bless.